ay itong si Rise. Well, probably nag-iisip pa sila kung kukunin pa nila itong si Amumu or hindi. Pero yun nga, one of the most scary part dito kaya Amumu ay ang kanyang ultimate skill kung saan nakakaban siya na napakalaking AOE na sigurado nga makakapag pwesto para sa SF5 na makapag-set, and as well as dito naman sa AHQ ay well yun nga, last pick ng AHQ ay mukhang pipick nila ngayon si Irelia at mahihirapan. Ayan na nga ba na sinasabi ko na lock in na itong si Irelia, and alam na natin ito, obvious na ang top lane nila ngayon ay si Irelia, and ang gagawin nilang jungler ay itong si Jarvan. And so pagkakataong ito, team composition, team comp, at I think early game I would give dito para sa AHQ, knowing na meron silang Kate Nunu, bot lane sigurado dominate nila ito versus Zyra and Miss Fortune. Probably kung magagawa ng solusyon ng SF5 na makite ng mabuti or ma-micro ang AHQ, sigurado magandang magagawa nilang combo dito. And ayun nga, well, ang good advantage na meron sa AHQ is meron sila ngayon si Jarvan, which is itong si Jarvan ay ang isa sa pinaka effective champion na kapag naging sobrang tanky ito, as well as nakapagpataba ng mabuti, ay talagang mahihirapan na tayo. At ayan na nga pa, nag-game on na tayo, nag-start na tayo ng game. At habang naglo-loading tayo, at sa mga nagtatanong bakit nakulangan nandito, sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, mamaya ang pinaka-aabangan nyo si GM Yao ay darating sa laban ng MLE versus Saigon Jokers. At ayun nga, sa lahat ng nag-aabang, meron siyang fan sign later na bibigay sa ating mga lucky viewers, kung kaya't abang-abang lang kayo dyan. At ayun, thank you sa nag-cheer up sa akin, and ayun, habang naglitay tayo mag-loading, sa mga last na laban ng MLE, ng kahit anong laban, at ayun, suggestion ko lang ay early aura for jungler or early aura para sa top or support, para malaking effective, malaking tulong ito, knowing na siguradong makukuha nyo yung wards ng kalaban, and ayun nga, makapag-position kayo para sa clash. Ayun, para sa tatanong, nasa si GM Shift. Si GM Shift ngayon ay medyo may problema sa kanyang ngipin at tumutubo ang kanyang wisdom tooth. Well, supposedly wisdom tooth lamang, pero ngayon ay tumutubo ang kanyang wisdom teeth, kaya hindi biro ang sakit na kanyang nadaranasan ngayon. At ayan, nag-post tayo so far at naghihintay tayo. Ayan, bago ang lahat, ayusin natin ang kanilang pwestuhan. Ang pagkaka-arrange. At para, ito ang maganda sa spectator mode. Pwede nating ayusin kung sino-sino ang magkakatapat sa lane. AP, support, jungler, and top lane. At AD as well. Ayan. Game on na tayo, and so far, ayan na, nag-start na ang game. At good evening, good evening ulit sa lahat na nanonood ngayon. I am GG's First. Sa lahat natataka kung bakit nag-iisa ako, wala si GM Shift ngayon, and mamaya lang sa laban ng MLE versus Saigon Jokers, makikita nyo si GM Yao ang nabangan ng lahat. As well as yung watch and win natin ay para lang mamaya, 8 PM po yan. Ayan, and I think so far ngayon, makikita natin na nagkakabangan ng magkabilang panig. Mukhang itong SF5 ay going for the red buff ng AHQ, and so far itong AHQ ay nagsasama-sama dito sa kanilang jungle, at mukhang i-steal din nila ang red buff ng SF5. So probably alam ngayon ng AHQ na may magandang advantage sila, may malaking advantage sila pagdating sa team fight, knowing na ang kanilang mga champion ay merong mga magagandang sustain. I mean, meron silang great damage output. And ayun nga, as well as dito naman sa SF5, 1, 2, 3, 4 champions ang meron sa kanilang bind. Amumu, Zyra, Rise, as well as itong si Shen with his stunt. And ayun nga, mukhang talagang mahihirapan itong AHQ kapag nagkasalubong ng clash against dito sa SF5. And so far, ayan, mukhang magkakaroon ng bakbakan dito. Nagpiping ang blue team. At ayan nasisilayan na nila itong si Irelia, ngunit hindi pa rin nilang nagbaka sakaling pumush. And ayan, nagre-recall na itong si Shen. So far, nakikita natin ngayon na kukunin talaga ng SF5 ang red buff ng AHQ, knowing na lahat ng AHQ ayan, nagkakalat-kalat. And ayan, sa lahat na sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, you're watching Garena Premier League live dito sa Garena PH office, Southeast Asia's first fully professional gaming League of Legends League. At sa lahat ng nagtataka kung bakit ulit ako nag-iisa, si GM Meow mamaya ay makakasama ko mamayang 8 PM. Ayan, so far laning phase. Ayan mo, sa nakikita natin ngayon, nag-mid ang Caitlyn as well as si Nunu, and alam nila na kailangan nilang mapigilan itong si Rice sa mid lane. Well, probably, as you can see right now, kalat-kalat ang SF5, and as well as nasa top lane ngayon, ang ADR and support nila. It's kind of unusual na makita natin ngayon na nasa bottom yung dalawang AP carry natin. And it's talagang parehong team, parehong nag-adjust ang both team, knowing na alam nilang kailangan nilang mapigilan itong si Shen as well as si Rice. And ayun nga, probably ang magiging susi ng SF5 para dominate dito sa game na to is kapag si Amumu ay lagi nagagank sa kanilang, well ayun nga, sa lahat naman ng game, susi ang pag-gank ng jungler. And without wasting time, as you can see, itong sila Caitlyn and Nunu ay nagpupush na kaagad ng mid lane. Ayun nga, alam nila na sa laning phase ay medyo mahihirapan sila, kung kaya't talagang dinodominate nila ang mid lane. Bukod sa pag-dominate ng mid lane, ay kailangan nilang mag-push kaagad and mag-gank sa ibang lane. Pinasok ni Amumu, at ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko, Caitlyn nag-i-struggle, and so far ayan na, with red buff and blue buff, Amumu failed to gank dun sa mid lane. Pero so far it's a good thing. At ayan na, pinasok nitong si Gragas, si Rise, ngunit so far ayun, early ignite para kaya Gragas, knowing na he thinks na mapapatay niya kaagad itong si Rice. Pero yun nga, with the Rice sustainability, nag-flash out siya para makatakas doon. At ayan na, Jarvan and Irelia versus Zyra and Misfortune. And so far, ayun nga, mapapansin natin lahat na itong si Jarvan ay nag-focus sa top lane, knowing na ang kalaban niya ay ADR and support. And ayun nga, as you can see, ang lineup ngayon ng SF5 is about great poking ability and as well as engage composition. Well, as well as itong AHQ ay ganun din, they're having champion as initiation as well sa initiation for, ayun nga, with Jarvan as well as Irelia plus Gragas ay sobrang mahihirapan ang SF5 na mapigilan ang lineup na ito. And Amumu with Misfortune as well as itong si Zyra, pag nag-ultimate itong si Zyra as well as itong si Amumu, sure na makakatama ang ultimate itong si Misfortune. At ayun nga, may mga nakita akong mga meme dyan sa ating sa Elohel. When you want to destroy a team fight, use press R pag dito yung kito kay Misfortune. Alam ng lahat kung gaano nakakasira ng diskarte itong si Misfortune. Sobrang ganda. Kung bakit nagtatanong kung bakit nasa mid ng Shen, mukhang dinidiskartehan ng SF5 na wag ma-dominate itong si Shen. Pero yun nga, mukhang nag-fail sila somehow, knowing na Caitlyn nakapag-adjust ng mabilis ang AHQ, having Caitlyn and Nunu as their mid lane. Well, ito nga, as you can see, CS-wise, ang CS natin ngayon, top lane so far, hirap na hirap si Irelia against Misfortune and Zyra. But nakakahabol pa rin siya unti-unti, having 30 CS against 35. At ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, Caitlyn, pinasok niya Amumu, exhausted ditong si Zyra. Zyra tried to chase itong si Caitlyn, at ayan na, nag-back out siya. Ayun, grabeng pagpasok doon kay Amumu. At sa lahat nagtatanong kung bakit champion ang tawag ko dito sa ating tournament ngayon, hindi ko pa kilala gaano kilala ang mga ating mga participants, knowing na bago silang mga teams, AHQ and SF5 ay ang mga bagong teams dito sa ating GPL. Ayun, as you can see kanina, itong si Caitlyn ay chinase ni Zyra and Amumu kanina. As you can see, si Amumu ay hindi nag-i-stay sa sa jungle. And ayan na nga bang sinasabi ko, naiwan itong si Miss Fortune sa top lane. Si Freeds trying to chase si Violet, and ayun nga, napigilan niya ito by using his first skill. And alam din natin lahat ng pinakamasakit na skill na meron itong si Miss Fortune ay ang paggamit ng kanyang double up. And ayun nga, nagkasalubong Zyra against Nunu, Jarvan, and Caitlyn. At ano kayong mangyayari dito? Nagkakabangan na. And so far, mid, bottom lane, ang dalawang AP natin, alam natin lahat na parehong team ay nag-adjust without wasting time. Mukhang nagpo-push na ng AHQ ang top lane. Having itong si Amumu ay hindi pa level 6. Talagang pinipilit nilang ma-def ang top lane nila, knowing na meron sila ngayong we have Irelia, Nunu, Caitlyn, as well as itong si Jarvan. At mukhang dadaan ng AHQ ito sa early game phase. At as you can see, nahihirapan ng SF5 na mag-defend, knowing na na-push kagad ang kanilang mid lane. Pero so far, Shen is trying to defend their mid lane. And ayun nga, one good advantage na nga pag solo ka at inunahan ka ng push ng kalaban, ay makakapag-farm ka freely sa iyong lane. Kung mga nagtataka kung bakit laging ang bilis, kung bakit sa top lane ay tuwing solo ka ay nauunahan ka ng tuwing halimbawa si Shen nag-teleport sa ibang lane, ay ang good thing na kailangan mong gawin is to push a lane para masulit yung kanyang pagkaalis and makapag-farm as well as tulong sa kakampi yung gagawin mo. Pero yun nga, kailangan na itatak sa isip ng AHQ ngayon na ang kalaban nila ay itong si Shen, knowing na Shen having his ultimate skill kung saan makakapag-teleport siya kahit sa tayo. Pinasok nila si Zyra. Zyra trying to escape dito kay Nunu. Ultimate by Shen. In-exhaust nitong si Nunu. At ayan na, used his ultimate skill dito sa dalawang champion. At ayan, nakatakas ito si Caitlyn and Nunu. It's a good response para dito kaya Shen using his ultimate to save. And for those who have just tuned in, you are watching the GPL 2013 Spring Season game between the Vietnam Saigon.
Okay, yan. So habang nahihirapan at nagkabuhol-buhol ang dila ni Gigi Spear yan. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. You are now watching one of the matches for the Garena Premier League Spring Season 2013. Ang laban ngayong gabi is between AHQ from Taipei and ito, ang bagong-bagong team din, SF5, the Saigon Fantastic 5. So ito, both teams are new here in the GPL. So apologies kung ngayon lang ako naririnig. I have some molar problems. Okay, yan lang. So ito, we're seeing here that both teams are still more or less wala pang tamang praningan, and we are seeing AHQ trying to take the dragon, pero mukhang hindi to hinahayaan ng SF5. So ayan, looking at the team composition. Okay. Yung AOE ang team composition ng SF5. However, eto, we're seeing that HQ really adjusted well dito sa anong to, sa laban na ito with Gragas. Kahit na sabihin mo mag-ultimate si Zyra, mag-ultimate si Amumu, there's the ultimate of Gragas to disengage para dun sa teammates ng AHQ. And eto, yun nga, speaking of the ADRs naman, masyadong malayo yung range ni Caitlyn para maabot nitong si MF at ni Zyra. So far, I would give, in terms of champion picks, I would give this to AHQ. Yun nga, and we're seeing here that, yun nga, early game, 5 minutes and 40 seconds of the game, na-push kagad ang mid lane, and we're seeing here.
Pinasok na nito ni Gragas. Gragas uses ultimate, at itong si Amumu at nahuli. First blood pa lang so far in 11-minute mark dito sa laban na ito.
Yes, so ayan, speaking of initiation, so ayan nga, the ultimate of Gragas can be used as an initiator or as a disengage dito sa laban na to. Kung sakaling critical ang sitwasyon ng mga kampi niya, RT could just use his ultimate to better suit the situation. At yun nga, dahil doon, nasira na naman nila the third tower for the game. And with that, nakuha pa nila yung Dragon. So, standing natin ngayong gabi, 1-0 in favor of HQ, but the total team gold difference is almost 5,000. So, ayan, hindi na ako masyadong magtatagal at nakangawit na, nakakaramdam na ako ng onting sakit. Pero so far, ito, in terms of CS, as you can see, lamang na lamang ang AHQ dito. And if this continues to turtle out until the end of the game, malaking problema to para sa SF5. So again, this is Jim Shift, signing off.
Ayan. Sa lahat na nagtataka kung bakit papew lamang si GM Shift, meron siyang problema sa kanyang mahiwagang ngipin at tumutubo ang kanyang wisdom tooth, as well as isa pang wisdom tooth, kalaging wisdom teeth ang kanyang tumutubo sa mga pagkakataong ito. And ayan na, balik tayo sa laro ngayon. AHQ sobrang dominated as of this moment, and kitang-kita natin ngayon kung gaano kalaki yung lamang 5k gold difference, almost 5k gold difference sa pagitan ng dalawang team. And ayun nga, as you can see, CS-wise, CS nitong si Caitlyn is 101 against sa 79 nitong si Miss Fortune. As well as kitang-kita natin sa gap ngayon sa goal, kitang-kita sa gap ng item kung gaano kalaki ang difference. Pero yun nga, Amumu having 56 CS against sa 45 dito kay Jarvan, knowing na itong si Jarvan. At ayan na, nag-initiate si Jarvan dito kay Miss Fortune. Miss Fortune trying to escape at nakulong. Uses ultimate, nag-ultimate ngayon si Shen at hinahabol. At ayan na ang palitan ng kanilang skills. And so far, it's a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of AHQ. Ang Kate having Jarvan plus Irelia combo sa top lane, at sobrang nahihirapan talaga dong makatakas itong si Miss Fortune. Ayun nga, without wasting time, talagang I think ang kailangan gawin nitong SF5 ngayon ay samahan ng kanilang AD carry na makapag-farm. Pero yun nga, as you can see, masyado siyang naiiwanan, as well as si Zyra ay nag-roam around the map para makatulong sa sustain sa ibang lanes. Ayun, sobrang nahihirapan ngayon ang SF5 dahil sa mga pangyayari na early dominate sila. And ang strategy ng AHQ ngayon is more on early gaming phase, knowing na lahat ng first torrent ng SF5 ay winasak nila kaagad. At ay sa lahat ng tataka kung bakit sobrang naglalag tayo ngayon. I think meron tayong problema sa connection. Pero yun nga, mamaya lang makikita natin si GM Meow na makakasama ko dito sa ating hot seat 8 PM sa laban ng Manila Aguilas versus Saigon Jewers. And ayan na nga ba, so far nakikita natin ngayon na ang AHQ ay nililinis ang wardings dito sa jungle ng SF5, at mukhang tatapusan nila ang bottom lane. And so far, with the Nunu Caitlyn combo, ayan na nga bang sinasabi ko, Shen trying to chase at sa mid lane, nagkaroon ng clash. Amumu uses ultimate to bind Gragas, as well as itong si Irelia exhausted, at nakuha nila ngayon si TQ sa bottom lane. Ayan na nga ba, tumatakbo ngayon si Shen against dito kay Jarvan. Jarvan tried to chase at si Shen ay bumaba. Ang galing! Napakaganda pinakita doon ng AHQ. Two clash sa mid lane and bottom lane, at sobrang lumaki sila ng lamang nila doon. And as of this moment, we have around 6k, around 6k na ang gap, and sa gold, as well as sa itong ating kills ay 0-5 in the 15-minute mark. Having Caitlyn rushing in, mukhang itong si Caitlyn ay magbubuo kagad ng Infinity Edge. And so far sa pagkakataon ito, sa lahat na nagtataka, hindi pa umuwi sa mga pagkakataong ito, itong si Caitlyn. At mukhang pag-uwi nito ay siguradong ang dami-dami na itong gamit na ilalabas. Ayan, mamaya lamang ay mapapanood natin ang laban ng MLE versus the Saigon Jokers around 8 PM. Kaya tune in lang kayo. Sa lahat nagtataka ngayon, ang laban ngayon ay AHQ versus the SF5. Ayos, hindi ba delikado yan? Ayan, sabi ni GM Shift, hindi ba delikado yan para ngayon sa SF5 na sobrang nahihirapan. 17k against 24k gold difference at 166 CS versus 103 CS. At ayan, uuwi na ngayon si Miss Fortune para mag-ipon ng kanyang ininvest na gamit sa kanyang base. And so far mukhang Malaki-laki. Ayan na nga po sinasabi ko, Infinity Edge. Ang pinakamakating item para sa ADR in a 16-minute mark, Infinity Edge kagad. Itong si Caitlyn without wasting time at sobrang minamadali na yata nito ng AHQ. And ayun nga, sa lahat ng nagtataka, alam nating lahat na itong AHQ ay magaling talaga sa early gaming phase. Ayan, mayroong tanong, fortunate nga ba si Miss Fortune? And so far mo sa pagkataon ito, hindi yata siya fortunate na nakakaramdam siya ng sobrang sakit, sobrang pagka-choke sa pagkataon ito. Ayan na, Rise! Ayan na nga ba, ultimate from Caitlyn. And so far, ayun nga, as you can see, sobrang laki ng burst damage na nagagawa nitong si Caitlyn. Ayan, sa mga pagkataon ito, humihinga po ako sa mga nagtatanong. Hindi lang halata, pero humihinga ako. At sobrang ganda ng laban ngayon. Sobrang ganda ng 2 minute na nagagawa ng HQ. HQ, use his ultimate. Ayan na nga ba, Miss Fortune, diving in to use. Ayan na nga, pinigilan ni Zyra. Jarvan diving in to chase itong si Amumu at patuloy na nagpapalitan. Caitlyn trying to escape. At ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, nag-free hit itong si Caitlyn ngayon. Zyra choking. At ayan na nga ba, nag-flash in itong si Miss Fortune. It's a good exchange by AHQ having 3-4-2. And so far, it's in favor of AHQ having Shen, Amumu, and Miss Fortune down. And ayun nga, sa nakikita nyo, medyo umasim doon si Miss Fortune by flashing in para makill itong si Caitlyn. Pero yun nga, I think it's kind of worth it naman knowing na napatay na itong si Caitlyn. Pero yun nga, in exchange, siya rin ay namatay. And ayun nga, with that being said and done, mukhang makukuha na nila ang Dragon, uncontested Dragon for AHQ. At dahil doon, wala na akong masabi, 9K, almost 9K, 8K difference na ngayon sa gold. At sobrang hirap na yatang makabawi ang SF5 sa pagkakataong ito, knowing na ngayon ang gap natin sa kills ay 2/8 in favor of AHQ. So probably ang kailangan gawin ngayon ng SF5 ay mag-turtle dito sa pagkakataon. Pero yun nga, mahihirapan sila ng sobra against sa Caitlyn Nuno. And alam ng lahat na rank gamers, normal gamers, kahit sino pa yan, at ang Nuno Caitlyn combo ay isa sa pinakamasakit next to Vayne Nuno combo. Dahil itong si kapag nag-kite ang skill, ang nag-poke, nag-stack ang attacking ability nitong si Caitlyn. Ayan, sobrang kate ng critical na magagawa niya sa champion. Lalo na pag nagsabay itong critical na ito sa kanyang Infinity Edge. Ayan, at mukhang sa pagkakataong ito, kukunin na ng AHQ ang Baron at sinesecure na nilang mabuti para makuha nila ang uncontested Dragon ngayon. At I think probably ang naging problema ngayon ng SF5 ay nahirapan tumapat ang MF versus Jarvan and Direlia. Pero yun nga, and I think kasi ang naging nangyari kasi around early game, itong si Zyra ay nagro-roam around the map and using his to gank. Ayan na nga ba, it's a good flash out by Zyra while used itong si nagamit itong si Jarvan ng kanyang ultimate to stop. Pero yun nga, nakapag-flash out siya at sa lahat ng mga nangyari na yun, mukhang kukunin nila ang Baron. At sobrang nagkakahintayan niya sa pagkataon, nagkakabangan, nagkakatansyahan kung sinong mauuna at kung sinong aagaw sa Baron. Ayan, sa lahat ng nagtatanong kung nasan si GM Yao, mamaya-maya lamang ay makikita na natin si GM Yao na pinaka-inaabangan ng lahat. Mamayang 8 PM lang ang laban ng MLE versus the Saigon Jokers. Ayun yung matutunghayan. At ako, kasama si GM Yao mag-shotgun sa mamaya. Sa lahat ng nagtataka, ayan na nga ba, pinasok na ngayon ni Jarvan itong si Nuno, itong si Shen. Shen used his flash out at ayan na nga ba, bumaba. Miss Fortune going down at ayan na nagpapalitan ng skill na bind itong si Caitlyn and Gragas. Ayan na nga ba, buong pamilya. It's a 1-for-1 exchange so far at ayan na pumasok si Amumu at ayan na nga ba, it's a exchange itong si Caitlyn going down at ayan na nga ba, hinahabol nila ngayon si Shen. Sobrang kate itong si Gragas triple kill sa pagkataon at Jarvan. At ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko, it's ISO para sa AHQ. And ayun, it's a good thing na sa kabila ng palitan na yun ay sobrang nanalo ang AHQ. And so far mukhang sa lahat ng mga pangyayari ngayon at sobrang napapagod na ako. Ayun, as you can see, ang gamit ngayon ni Gragas is sa kanyang Rabadons as well ang kanyang Void Staff. Having itong pag-ignore ng 35% of your opponent's magic resistance, sobrang kate ng nagagawa ng damage output nitong si Gragas as you can see. Kaya nga siya nakapag-triple kill kanina ay sa kanyang damage output na nagagawa. Pero yun nga, it's a good thing na pumasok ng AHQ against dito sa SF5. Eh sa mga pagkakataong ito, si Caitlyn ay hanggang ngayon nagpo-focus pa rin sa kanyang damage output, knowing na hindi siya bumubuo ng kanyang item sustain. One of the items sustain is itong Guardian Angel as well as Warmogs, as well as yung sinauso ang Warmogs na build ngayon. At ayan ang abang sinasabi ko, Miss Fortune, hinahabol ngayon nitong si Irelia at patuloy na nagkakapalitan. At ayan ang abang sinasabi ko, nag-ultimate ito ngayon si Amumu and Tuno as well. At ayan ang abang sinasabi ko, Asi going down at Egg trying to chase itong si Zyra. At ayan ang abang sinasabi ko, it's at 3-4-0 exchange. At ayan ang aba, double kill by Caitlyn. Rice going down. At ayan, hinahabol nila ngayon si Shen versus Pamilya. Ayan ang aba, it's a ace na naman by AHQ. Sobra na ang ginagawa ng AHQ dito sa SF5. Sobrang pagpapahirap na ang nakikita natin. Pero yun nga, it's a good thing na hindi pa rin sumusuko ang SF5. Pero ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, pinupush na nila ang top lane at mukhang tatapusin na nila ang laban. Mukhang GG na ito para sa SF5. Ayan na nga ba, ultimate galing kay Irelia, wala na pahinga. Ultimate din kay Zyra at pumasok na itong si Amumu without wasting time. Lahat sila namamaga, ang AHQ ay tumatakbo pabalik at lahat sila ay namamaga. Kita-kita natin ngayon na namumula si Irelia at patuloy na nagkakapalitan. MF. Ayan ang abas nila sabi ko. At ayan, sa lahat ng mga pangyayaring nakita ninyo at lumalamang na ngayon ng, ayan, hindi na kailangan sabihin, almost 13k gold gap sa pagkakataong ito with, in an advantage of AHQ and 4/18 itong nagagawa ang gap sa kanilang kills. At mukhang talagang wala nang pasabi-sabi dito at alam na natin kung anong mangyayari dito sa laban na ito. Ayan. So tatanong ulit asa si GML, maya lamang 8 PM ay nandito si GML kasama ko sa laban ng Manila Aguilas versus the Saigon Jokers. At ayan na nga ba, without wasting time, tatapusin na yata ng AHQ ang laban with the all mid strategy. Pero yun nga, as you can see, si Shen and Caitlyn ay nakaiwalay sa kanilang mga kakampi. Knowing na itong si Caitlyn ay kaya nang mag-support sa sarili niya without Nunu. Pero kukunin niya ang DR, so far ang Dragon. Excuse me. At ayan na nga bang nakita natin ngayon na Dragon, isa na namang uncontested Dragon para sa AHQ. And sa mga nakikita natin, ngayon sa pagkakataong ito ay matitinding palitan na nagagawa ng AHQ versus SF5. Pero mamaya lamang ay masasaksihan natin kung paano tatapusin ng AHQ ang laban na to. Eh sa lahat natataka, na-choke ako sa mga pagkakataon dahil sa sobrang dami ng mga pangyayari at ako'y lamang nag-iisa. Sa lahat ng nagtatanong kung nasan si GM Shift, si GM Shift po ngayon ay nagpapahinga. Mayroon siyang sakit, tinutubuhan na kanyang wisdom tooth. At ayan, sino si MF? MF ay si Miss Fortune. Pasa na. Pero yun nga, I'm very sorry. Sobrang choco sa pagkatang ito. Ayan, CS was ayan ay nahabol na si Amumu with 3 champions. And ayun nga, nahuli sa kanyang gubat, sa sariling gubat si Amumu. At wala nang pangapagkataong ito. Without wasting time, nakuha na ng AHQ ang Baron buff. At tatapusan nila ito with the all mid strategy. Tayo na naman, nag-ultimate na naman si Miss Fortune trying to stop itong clash. At ayan na ba sinasabi ko, Nakulong itong si MF at ayan na patuloy nagpapalitan. Use his ultimate ito para kay Nuno para mas low. Pero yun nga, it's a 4 down para sa AHQ. SF5. At ayan na, wala nang padalos-dalos pa. Tapos na ang laban na ito. At tatapusin na ng AHQ. Isang panalo para sa AHQ. Ngayong gabi. It's a victory for them. Ayan. Good evening sa lahat. Sorry sa lahat. Ayan, good evening. Ayan, probably nakita ko kanina sa laban na to. Kaya it's a good thing na ang ginawa ng AHQ and the SF5 ay nag-adjust sila pareho para ma-secure ang bawat lanes. Pero yun nga, ang naging advantage ng AHQ ay minute nila si Caitlyn as well as si Nuno. Knowing na itong si Caitlyn Nuno is one of the fast pusher na pwedeng isama sa lineup. At as you can see, in a 5 minutes lang na laban, ay natapos kagad. 5 minutes lang ay nakuha kagad ng AHQ ang first tower sa mid lane. And patuloy na itong nag-dominate sa bottom lane and sa top lane. Tuloy sila nag-push. At GM Shift, anong masabi mo sa mga pangyayari kanina?
Yan, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi. Unfortunately, I cannot stay long sa pagsasalita because I have some molar problems. So, matubo yung wisdom teeth ko. So, I can just say so little. So, ayan, sa lahat ng nanood at nakita kung paano lumaban ng AHQ, napakagandang play. So, this is one of the good examples na makikita natin, counter-picking. So, looking at the team composition of SF5, we're seeing here Zyra, Amumu, and as well Rice, na sobrang halos lahat ng skills sila is AoE. On the contrary, ito nga, knowing that SF5 has chosen those champions, isa lang sa tatlong champion ng SF5, isa lang ang pinangkontra ng HQ, which is Gragas. Sa lahat ng initiations ni Amumu at lahat ng initiations ni Zyra, Gragas pang disengage. In the event na mag-ultimate si Miss Fortune, sabay papasukan siya ni Jarvan tigok. And hindi nila mahuli-huli dito si Caitlyn, which is one of the key factors kung bakit nanalo HQ. Napakabilis na attack speed with the range that she has. Napaka-imposibleng maabot siya ng kalaban. Hindi siya kahit nagustuhin man nilang i-engage si Caitlyn ay hindi na talaga kinaya. So with that being said, yun nga, both teams adjusted on the switch lanes. Yun nga lang, HQ had the advantage destroying the mid lane first. So, yun nga, as far as I remember, it is in the 5 minutes 40 second mark. So, yun. Nagtuloy-tuloy niya sa lahat ng, para sa akin, okay lang masira ang top lane ng maaga, okay lang masira ang bot lane ng maaga, pero the fact na masira yung mid lane, it gives your team the disadvantage kasi susceptible ka for ganks on the top as well as on the bottom. Ang dami mong pwedeng ma-miss out doon. Okay? So, ayun. Sa lahat na nanonood, magandang gabi. We're just sa laban. Ito na. Next match, Team Agilas na. Ayan na. It's the Saigon Jokers versus the Team Manila Agilas. Your much awaited shoutcaster for tonight, which is GM Yao, would be taking the floor shortly. So, until wala pa siya dito, ako muna yung dadamay kay ating GG Sphere. Medyo
ayun nga,
medyo naging critical ka dun alam ko, nakakapagod. Okay, so ayun, sa lahat na nagsasabi, medyo lahat na ng gamot, medyo groggy na ako. So lahat ng antibiotic ininom ko na, lahat ng tawag ito mefenamic. So still medyo pa rin siya, masakit pa rin siya, so hindi ako pwede tumagal. And yan, binabati ko lahat ng mga loyal na nanonood dito sa ating Garena PH channel. Medyo, ayan, yung energy ko medyo mababa, pero rest assured, I'm very very happy na nandito kayo. Ayan, sa lahat na nag-aabang, mamaya pag nandito na si GM Yao, she would make fan signs sa lahat ng nandito sa nakikita namin yung chat nyo, so makikita natin yan.
Ayan, meron lang tayong konting lucky viewers na mabibigyan ng fan sign. Pero yun nga, ang ating mechanics natin mamaya is print screen. Print screen thing. Dahil sa ating, ayan,
So, ayan. So far, yun nga yung nangyari. So, sa lahat ng nanonood, okay, pang ilang game na ba tayo ngayon?
Second game.
So, ayan. Game 2 na tayo. So, mamaya-maya, magsisimula na. So far, we're just waiting for the members of both teams to come inside the gaming room para makapagsimula na tayo. Background for the Saigon Jokers. So far, they did pretty well last season, and watching their previous matches, especially against their ano ba tawag ito? Brother or sister sister team. Okay. So far it proved na pinakita nila na mas malakas sila sa SF5.
SF5.
And so ayan. They have to watch out for me. They have to watch out for especially sa mid and bot lane for Team Manila Aguilas. Medyo they are not so far they're not as strong as TPA, pero when it comes to the mid lane and the sync of the support and the carry as well, maganda yung kombinasyon nila dito, nagkakaintindihan sila. And if Team Manila Aguilas manifests some weakness dito, pwedeng i-take advantage to ng Saigon Jokers. On the other hand, as far as we know it, and sa lahat ng nanonood on the past previous matches, nakikita natin na yes, Team Manila Aguilas is a little bit not strong in the top lane. We have seen in their matches na medyo yun nga, doon nagte-take advantage yung halos lahat ng teams na kalaban nila. So Team Manila Aguilas has to come up with a different strategy this time, in which paano nila mako-compensate yung role na yon na hindi ganong kalakasan. So yun, so far, key points for the match is that, one, Team Manila Aguilas has to strengthen the top, and two, they have the jungle, related pa rin doon sa top lane, the jungle of Team Manila Aguilas, so far, Apathy, has to coordinate well with Kapuchu with regards to ganks. Kasi yun nga, napansin natin, dun sa last game nila, that even though he used Maokai, naramdaman natin na he was not able to make successful ganks, okay, on the match last week. So with that being said, ayan, magpapahinga daw muna si GG Sphere at siya ay magte-take ng water break. So for the meantime, we're just waiting for Team Manila Aguilas to enter the room and mag-start na tayo. So again, game 2 tayo, 8 PM. Ayan, nawala na yung kasama ko. Medyo uminom nga yata ng galon ng tubig. So, ayan, again, I do apologize for everyone na we're expecting na ako yung mag-shoutcast. Marami akong na-receive na PMs that mga nagpapabate. We'll continue that on Sunday. Okay? Medyo, ayan ya, sa lahat ng nanonood, ewan ko, ilang beses na yata binanggit ni GG Sphere na I have some molar problems. Both of my wisdom teeth, okay, my wisdom teeth are starting to show up. So napakasakit. hindi siya biro. So ayan, may nagkakalagnat ka at nagkakasakit ka dahil doon. Minsan nanghihina ka pa. Okay. So again, upcoming events so far, ito sa lahat ng fans ni GM Yao, this coming may fiesta or there's a big event happening in Iloilo, and as far as I know it, the GMs would visit there. Okay, this one is I think it's part of this one is sponsored by Decipher Internet Cafe. GM Meow, GM Ryla, and GM Prince will be going to Iloilo next week. So sa lahat ng mga Bisaya na friends natin dyan, okay, antayin nyo lang sila. Okay, yan. Sa lahat ng nag-aantay, konting tiis na lang. GM Meow and GG Sphere will be right back. So for the meantime, I'll be taking their place, and after that, ako yung magpapahinga na. Okay, sa lahat ng hindi nakakaalam, I am GM Shift. Okay, so yun. Medyo, nga pala, make sure to watch one of the bagong pakulo ng ating community, which is the videos. You could find the videos in the YouTube PH Garena channel. By next month, they will interview me and hopefully yung one of your dares. Okay, so kung may gusto kayong pagawa sa akin or gusto kayong may tanong sa akin, it's the truth and dare section ng aming ng aming company. So if you want to ask anything or if you want me to do anything, kung gusto nyo tumalon sa building, kung gusto nyo kung makipaghalikan in public sa hindi ko kakilala. Okay, just send an email to the instructions can be found in the Garena Philippines Facebook fan page. So hanapin nyo na lang. Okay? Okay, so ayan, chill lang. So fan sign. Okay, fan sign. Fan signs, as far as I know, hindi ko alam yung history ng fan signs, pero yun yan, nakakita na ako ng maraming gumagawa yung nasa whiteboard kasi susulat yung pangalan. It's parang ano siya, parang plate number. Okay. So, yun lang ano. Yan lang yung yes, yan, tama ka dyan, Garf Panes. Gusto ko rin pumayat, promise. Pero kahit na anong payat gawin, gusto kong gawin. Na sobrang sarap ng mga pagkain, hindi ko mapigilan. And without no further ado, I introduce you to one of the most beautiful GMs here in the Garena PH office. Bigyan mo naman ng magandang upuan si GM Yao. Ikaw naman, grabe ka naman. Ayan, without no further ado, GM Yao. Ayan.
Daming palakpak. Ano ba yun?
At sobrang dami. At, ay, medyo hindi ako narinig. Ayun, I'm sorry, very sorry. Nakapatay pala yung mic ko. And, ayan, good evening sa'yo, GML. And, ayun nga, mamaya ay magkakaroon tayo ng ating mga tawag dito, mga fan sign from you. So, ano yung mga qualification na kailangan mong, yung mga dapat, yung mga gusto mo para sino yung mga mapapalad ng mga tao?
Well, all you have to do is leave a comment sa ating Garena page channel, YouTube channel, and you could like leave greetings, like birthday greetings or messages for your friends, or just simply a shout out from us to you.
Ayan. At sa lahat ng mga mapapalad, ating mamaya-maya lang ay ibibigay na natin, ay mamimili na tayo ng mga mapapalad na viewers para ating bigyan ng fan sign. Pero yun nga, I think meron tayong mga promotions. Mamaya lang ay ang watch and win. Sa lahat na nag-aabang ang watch and win, ang free skins natin. Ang mechanics ng ating watch and win is magtatanong kami mamaya ng base sa kung ano yung nangyari sa laban ng MLE versus the SAJ. At sasagot kayo sa ating Facebook fan page ng LOLPH,
Yes.
facebook.com/LOLPH. GML,
Pabilisan niya ng pag-comment and dapat hindi edited. Kasi syempre, kung edited yan, void na yan.
Ayun nga, bukod sa kailangan ay hindi edited yung kanyang sagot, kailangan din na yung inyong public messaging from other people ay naka-enable. Kasi I think nagkakaroon kami ng issue before na nagrereklamo na hindi daw sila nakakuha ng price. Kasi ang problem is hindi namin sila ma-message. Pero yun nga, one of our Garena staff ay magbe-message sa inyo para magbigay sa inyo ng codes. Ayun, at kung gusto nyo malaman kung paano nyo makuha yung codes, ay kung pwede nyo ibigay sa iba yung codes, you can give to anybody. Pwede mo ibigay sa girlfriend mo, sa asawa mo, sa nanay mo, sa paglalaro mo na sobrang tagal ng LOL, ibigay mo sa nanay mo pampakalma. At ayun nga, kung gusto nyo makipagpalit, it's up to you as well. Pero yun nga, it's one problem na kinakaharap ng ibang tao ngayon. Isa kung magbigay ka man ng fan sign. Magbigay ka man ng code sa tama, it's either ay bigay sa'yo, ay gamit na. Pero ayan.
Narinig niyo na ba ako?
Ayan, naririnig niyo na ba si GM Yao? At ayan, try mo ang magsalita kung naririnig ka na namin.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Ayan, it's
Alright.
okay na.
Okay na?
At Mukhang magkakaroon tayo ng pampabenas ngayong gabing ito at sana manalo na ang MLE having
Oo
GML
nga
dito.
naman.
At ayan na.
Okay, ito ang prizes natin para sa ating GPL Watch and Win for tonight. First place is Surprise Party Fiddlesticks. Ito ang isa sa mga pinaka-inaabangan na skin ng ating mga summoners kasi onti lang mga taong magkakaroon nito.
Ayan, ano-ano po yung mapapanalunan nila sa pagsagot first to 20 days.
Oh, madaming skins. Nakikita natin sa inyong screen ngayon. Second to fourth place, Victorious Jarvan. And 6th to 10th place is Judgment Kale.
And 11 to 20 days ay
A
assorted
series
na yan.
of,
Iba-iba
different
na yan.
skins.
Dala-dalawa na yan at sobrang mapapalad ang mananalo dito sa ating. Ayan nga, wala ka namang talo dito knowing na sumagot ka lang ng ating watch and win
Yes.
question.
Siguro
And
dun tama ang sagot kasi ako, sayang din tong Victorious Jarvan
kailangan,
may skin na ganito.
kailangan lang naman mag-focus sa laban ng Manila Eagles versus dito sa Saigon Jokers. And ayan nga, uulitin namin ang mechanics nitong watch and win. Magpo-post kami ng question dun sa Facebook fanpage ng LOLPH, sa facebook.com/LOLPH. At nandun yung question ng question for tonight sa watch and win. At doon ko isasagot ng inyong answer, hindi dito sa ating comment box ng YouTube, hindi sa kahit saang post ng LOLPH, kundi doon sa status na nagtatanong ng question para sa gabing ito.
Alright. Tapos mayroon ding onting katanungan, paano kung manalo ng skin pero walang champion? So, ganito lang yan. Siyempre,
ayan,
makukuha
GML.
nyo pa rin yung skin na yon, pero kailangan nyo bilhin yung champion, siyempre, bago nyo magamit yung skin. And if ever magkaroon ng onting problema or delay sa pag-insert ng inyong skin, kindly send us a message through our forums.
Ayan, pwede kayo mag-post sa forums kung ano
Sa
nga
account support.
abirya na inyong kinaharap sa pagkakataon ito. And ayan na, ang ating, ayan, ang
Mystery item of the week.
ayan, ito ang ating Watch and Win Anniversary Edition.
Yes, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na hindi lang yung champion sales at hindi lang yung 2 times XP at IP boost ang makikita ninyong surprise namin para sa aming second anniversary. So ito, ano itong item na to?
Ayan,
This
as
is,
we celebrate
yes,
our
in celebration of LOL PH second
ayan,
anniversary.
second anniversary ng ating LOL PH ay magkakaroon tayo ng pa-raffle. Ito nga, mystery item of the week. And paano nga ba
Ano
natin
kaya
ito?
yan?
Ayan,
Spear.
isa yan sa kailangan nilang gawin. Ayan, para makapag-register dito sa ating event para sa second anniversary, punta kayo sa lol.ph/celebrate at nandyan lahat ng inyong, dyan kayo makapag-fill up ng information kung paano nyo makukuha itong ating prize. And ayan nga.
Yes, this prize is by lottery. So,
Next,
dito
this
paunahan.
coming Sunday, mamimili kami. Dito makikita ka. Manood kayo ulit ng live stream para makita nyo kung sinong panalo. At live namin ito-draw itong yung mga nag-register for this event. And ayan nga, ayan, game on na tayo. It's a battle between the Saigon Jokers and the Manila Eagles.
ang galing!
Ang galing ano po. At ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko. Ayan na ang matitinding palitan. And ayan, so far, habang tayo di-discussion kanina ng mga pangyayari,
Dito, nag-proceed na tayo sa champion
ayan.
banning.
Ulit, mamaya na ulit yung mga fansign. Mamaya yan, after ng game ng Manila Eagles versus sa Saigon Jokers. First, ayan na, ang 3 bans ng Saigon Jokers, itong si Twisted Fate, Blitzcrank, and Shen. Twisted Fate, no question asset sa pinakamakating champion sa mid lane as well as talagang sobrang effective dito sa lane. As well as si Blitzcrank, support champion na napakahirap din mapigilan.
Sa mga
And si
gap
Shen.
closer na
Yan.
champion.
Lalo na to si Shen. Ano bang
Shen.
pinakamahirap mapigilan dito kay Shen? Bakit kaya inuuto ba nito, GML?
Well, Shen, for one, is kaya kapag may Shen sa team ninyo, pwedeng mag-split push nito. Kung yan, apat kayong nagpo-push, tapos si Shen nagpo-push sa isang lane and then baback up na lang siya. So, meron din siya yung tinatawag na global
Yan, global presence. Ayan ang pinaka-nakakatawa kay Shen. Ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, ang 3 bans ng Manila Eagles ay Evelyn, Olaf, and Elise. Ayan, si Evelyn, isa sa pinaka-mahirap pigilan na champion.
Yes,
Knowing
for
that,
now, Gab mostly used si Evelyn for very, very effective sa
Mid
laning,
lane.
mid lane.
Pero yun nga, I think this coming patch ay malulungkot lahat ng mga Evelyn user dahil nakita ko
Yung
just now,
gagawin sa kanyang changes.
sobrang nerf down na itong si Evelyn. Pero yun nga,
Pero may compensation naman yun. Ang alam ko is magiging smaller yung visibility range for
yes, yun.
Evelyn.
Ayun nga, mukhang mas maganda pa rin siya dahil liliit ang kanyang pagkakataon na makita siya nagagank sa bawat lane. And ayan na nga ba, first pick ng SAJ, si Kha'Zix. Aray, Kha'Zix, ang pinaka-makating champion sa
Naalala
lahat.
ko, anong team ba yung nakalaban
Yes,
ng
TPA.
MLE na merong Kha'Zix din na sobrang masakit?
TPA yun, na
TPA
sobrang,
yun.
sobrang
Oh.
katay na pinakita ng SAJ, TPA nun, using Kha'Zix, TPA toys versus the, I think, AHQ as well, na pinakita niya na kung na itong lumilipad na ipis na ito ay sobrang mahirap talagang pigilan. And ayan nga, first and second pick ng MLE ay itong si Tariq and Jarvan. No questions asked, Jarvan probably gagawin nila itong jungle as well as gagawin nila support itong si Ron. Pero itong si Tariq and as well as for the SAJ we have Lee Sin and Sona. Jimmy, I think Sona, alam mo kung gaano kasakit itong si Sona pagdating sa laning phase.
Malakas ang... Well, for one, yung very popular na crowd control ni Sona, which is her SS, and as well as her aura and her sustain. And of course, yung kanyang Q, kahit na sabihin natin pinahina, masakit pa rin na i-spam.
Pero yun nga, ito nga, ang pinaka-effective, pinakamagandang bagay dito kay Sona, isang kanyang sustainability sa bottom lane at sobrang masesecure na niya yung kanyang any carry na kanyang babantayan. Pero yun nga, to counter itong lineup ng SAJ mukhang pinili ngayon ng MLE, itong si Ezreal as their AD carry. And AD carry, Ezreal and Zyra, I think Ezreal and Tariq versus Sona versus Twitch, ito probably. So let's see kung sino ang last pick kukuning ADR nitong SAJ. Pero yun nga, mukhang magiging top lane ng SAJ ay itong si Nidalee. Having itong si Nidalee ay isa sa pinakamalakas sa split push as well. Dahil meron siyang madaming escape mechanism. Pero yun nga, kapag papatayin ito ng MLE, ay kailangan buong pamilya. Having itong si Nidalee ay nagiging pusa. At alam natin na ang pusa ay may siyam na buhay. Kulang pa ang 5 champion para mapatay ito.
Yes, Nidalee for one is a very slippery champion.
Yes.
Kasi with her movement speed, pag nasa bush siya, and as well as her leap.
And ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, last pick ng, ayan, medyo okay ba ito knowing na ang gagawin yata nilang top lane ay si,
support na si Capucho ngayon.
ayan, it's a big change na makikita natin ngayon at mukhang,
This is gonna be a really interesting fight tonight.
ayan, pahabol, may magpapahabol gusto makita ang ating runes. And ayan, para kay QTV, having Kha'Zix sa mid, Magic Resist, Health Regen, Physical Damage, and plus 13 Armor. Ayan, mabilisan lang to. SAJ Juni, so far, ito ang jungler nila. And ayan, nakita natin ngayon na plus 16 Magic Resist at level 18, plus 4.0. Ayan, standard para sa isang jungler. And ayan, kay Nyx Water as their top lane, Magic Pen, Ability Power. At ayan, puro ability power. Sobrang kate dito sa top lane. Ang kanyang sibat ay masakit pagdating sa team fight, team clashes. At ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko dito kay Twitch. It's a critical chance, papyaw. At hindi tayo umabot sa sobrang
I'm sorry, kahit gano'ng kabilis ang boss DJ Spear.
Ayan, hindi namin
Hindi
kinaya.
umabot. Okay, so a little announcement.
Ayan, announcement galing kay GM Meow.
Yes, as we all know, tomorrow is
Our
our second anniversary celebration.
second anniversary.
So, ano mangyayari dito? Everybody who logs in from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. starting tomorrow until Sunday. So, this is gonna be 2 days of 2 times XP and IP boost.
Ayan, sa lahat ng maglalagin, ayan na nga ba ang banner natin. Magkakaroon po tayo ng times 2 XP and IP boost para from January 19 to 20 para as a celebration sa ating second anniversary.
And as well as the DigiArt Throwdown Contest. So this contest is open to all amateur and professional artists. All you have to do is create an art of your favorite LoL champion using a Season 3 item. So
Yes.
ito ay every information that you're gonna need is posted in our LOL website and LOL
Yes.
forums.
Ayan na, game on na tayo at mukhang magkakatansyahan ng magkabilang paningin. So far nakikita natin ngayon ng SAJ and MLE ay nagkakatansyahan at kung sino man ang mauuna dito at pareho silang mag-engage for the clash. And ayun nga, Kha'Zix and Katarina ay magkakasalubong yata sa top lane pero yun nga at hindi nila tinuloy. Team composition, I would give ang engagement at engaging na pagpasok dito ay para sa MLE knowing na meron silang
Oh,
ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko MLE Little Panda versus SAJ Juni.
First blood. Grabe,
First blood.
gap.
Ayan, habang nagkakahintayan tayo, ayusin ko muna ang ating pagkakasunod-sunod. Mid lane, ayan, jungler, top lane, ADR, and support. And so far, ayan nga, as you can see, it's a first blood.
What went wrong over there?
Ayun, ang napansin ko nakita doon. It's a good thing na naglagay agad ng wards doon itong si Kha'Zix. Pero yun nga, naging disadvantage para sa MLE na nagpakita doon si Little Panda. And hindi lang siya napatay, na-get yung first blood sa kanya. Nagamit pa niya yung flash niya as well as ang kanyang ignite.
Oh, 2 summoner spells burned down right.
Ayan, nag-post tayo ng game. Team composition, I think I would give dito sa pagkakataon ito. Ayan nga bang sinasabi ko si UNC dahil sa first blood na yun, it's a good advantage para kay Lee Sin na nagkaroon kagad siya ng Madrid's Razors.
So
Ayan.
item gap agad.
Isang malaking advantage to para sa jungler having 25% chance to deal 300 bonus magic damage para sa creeps. Ayun, it's one of the easiest way na makapag-farm siya sa jungling ngayon.
Oh no, may disconnect.
Dahil doon sa clash na yun. And it's a good first blood coming from SAJ doon. And probably habang nakapost ang game, composition discussion tayo. Bottom lane, Ezreal versus Taric. Taric and Ezreal, one of the well-known champions. One of the well-known.
Yes, once na ma-start
Yes.
ka ni Tyrick, it's gonna be hard to
Sobrang free
escape from Ezreal's
free skill shot na para kaya Ezreal. And then nga, as you can see, ang bilis na napatay nitong si Juni, ang blue buff, knowing na meron siyang Madrid's Razor ng mabilisan. Ayan, so far, top lane, MLE Ron versus QTV, Kha'Zix versus
versus Katarina.
ayan, and sa pagkakataon ito, makikita natin na nag-adjust na sila ng roles. And MLE Ron having as the top lane versus, and as well as itong si Capucho na nag-support na ngayon. Having Taric, Capucho. At ayan, ang abas sinasabi ko, Juni versus Apathy, nagkasalubong support galing kay Nixwater. At ayan, grabe din alon.
Nalikan si Jarvan.
Grabing flying kick. At itong si Lee Sin ang nakakatakot. Kicking Lee Sin. Ayan. Pinaka nakakatakot. Ayan. Yes. Ayan ang flying kick. Flying kick ni Lee Sin ay talagang siya nakakatakot. Pero yun nga, it's a good thing na nakikita natin na nagka-clash ngayon si Lee Sin versus dito kay Jarvan. Pero yun, I think kailangan niyang i-avoid na makatapat itong si Lee Sin knowing na itong si Lee Sin ay meron na kagad advantage sa item against dito kay Jarvan.
Ang problema dito pag super na feed itong si Kha'Zix, may hirapan ang ating Agilas na patumayin ito kasi sa team fight si Kha'Zix ang sakit ng kanyang missiles.
Sobrang, ayan, alam natin lahat kung gaano kasakit ang nagagawa ng damage output nitong si Kha'Zix.
He can easily get in and out of a team fight.
Ano bang masakit dito kay Kha'Zix? Yung kanyang taste their fear. Ayan, sobrang isa sa pinakamakating skill na meron itong si Kha'Zix. Pag pinagsama-sama mo yung damage output na nagagawa niyan, sobrang kate. Lalo na kapag nakabuo siya ng item na having a Bloodthirster, the Last Whisper, yung kanyang Black Cleaver, sobrang kate na nagagawa ng damage output itong si...
yung magugulang na lang yung burst niya, biglang patay ka na. Burst nga eh.
Ayan. Nagagawang burst damage itong si Kha'Zix. Pero yun nga, mukhang kailangan gawin itong MLE ngayon ay mapigilan ang itong si Kha'Zix na mga pag-farm ng sobra-sobra. Pero yun nga, as you can see, si Jarvan ay Apathy having his jungle route. Kailangan din niya mag-focus kung paano niya magagank ng any of the two lanes sa top lane and mid lane. And so far, makikita natin sa Lee Sin ay mukhang magagang sa bottom lane na ito yung pinasok na niya, nag-initiate, ngunit hindi niya pa rin tinuloy. And then so far, MLE Ron versus QTV, mukhang hindi ganun kalaki yung gap sa CS, pero yun nga, as you can see,
Pero lumalaki.
patuloy na lumalaki sa pagkakataong ito, having a 13 versus 21 CS. And it's kind of unusual na gawing top lane ang AP. And as well as gawing mid ang kanilang AD carry. Talon for mid, well, ayun. It's kind of medyo bago-bago itong
Oh, no.
meta na to na ginagawang mid.
I think MLE Ron is in danger. Tinalo na ni Kha'Zix. In fairness kasi, ang mangyayari kasi dito si Kha'Zix, meron siyang sustain sa abilities niya.
Oo.
So,
May lifesteal siya na nakukuha from using his skills. Pero yun nga, mukha talagang nahihirapan itong si Ron against sa Kha'Zix, having a burst damage na nagagawa niya. Pero yun, magkakaroon yata ng laban sa top lane at pinasok na nito ni Apat yung ulti. Hindi siya nag-success.
Hindi siya nag-success.
Oo. Pinilit niya nga pumasok mag-gank sa top lane, pero yun, it's a good thing na rin para makapag-farm ng makakakuha ng CS na maganda itong si Katarina. Giving it the time to
Bot lane
farm.
ng Saigon Jokers overextending, feeling a bit really aggressive there.
Yan.
So,
And as you can see, sa pagkakataong ito, it's around 1k lang ang gap sa kanilang gold. And I think ito ay nanggaling kanina sa first blood na nagawa ng SAJ dun sa kanina kay Little Panda.
walang ward ang Saigon Jokers pero very feeling safe sila sa
Yes.
pag-extend.
Pero yun nga, as you can see, ito ang ward ng MLE and the Saigon Jokers. And so far, ito, mayroon silang blue ward dito to the ward as well as to defend against dito sa dalawang champion na ito, having a 2 poke damage. At ayan na nga po sinasabi ko, Lee Sin.
Ayun,
And-
pinasok si Katarina. Flashes safely back into
Yeah,
the
it's a
tower.
good flash. Galing dito kaya MLE Ron, and so far mukhang pabak na siya pa uwi para mag-regen. And
Uwi
ayan,
na,
pinigilan.
yun
Grabe.
lang.
Binato ng kanyang bolang kristal. Itong si
That
Juni.
will take time. Oh, MLE Ron trying to help Apathy there.
Ayan na.
Nice poking there.
Ayan, it's a
Ayun
knock-up
nga
damage.
lang. Ayan. Are we gonna see a 2-on-3 challenge? No, they did not
No,
commit.
hindi pinilit ng SAJ na lumaban doon, knowing na tatlong champion ang nag-aabang para dito sa kalaban nila. It's a 3 versus 2. Kung kaya tayo hindi sila nag-grease lalabanan doon.
In fairness, 53 to 51 ang CS ng dalawang ADR sa
Yes, and so far makikita natin ngayon, wow! Medyo nagkamali yata yun.
Oh.
At I think dalawang Vampiric Scepter.
Center lumabas ka din na.
Yes, dalawang Vampiric Scepter na bili ni Sar, pero ayun nga, mukhang binenta niya kaagad. It's I think medyo malaki pagkakamali yun, medyo na-choke siya doon. Siguro na napabilis yung kanyang pagpindot ng pagbili ng item.
Na-excited.
Yes.
Anyway, so what do you think ang pwedeng mangyari dito pagdating ng clash?
And pagdating ng clash ay probably pag nag-diversity ito si Jarvan using his ultimate to para magkulong ng mga champion is makakapag-poke ng libre itong si Ezreal plus Little Panda dun sa lane as well as sa Katarina. It's a good thing nga. It's a good combo naman na pag pinagsama mo si Katarina and Jarvan sa isang team as well as sa itong si Talon ay sobrang katin na nagagawa ito. Once na makulong, mag-success yung ultimate ni Jarvan. Pero yun nga, para naman sa SAJ, I think itong magagawa ng SAJ ngayon ay itong si Kha'Zix ay isa sa pinakamakati na champion. Alam nating lahat na yan ang pinakamakati champion sa ngayon. Pero ayun nga, inaantay natin lahat na mag-nerf siya pero hindi pa rin siya na-nerf hanggang sa mapagkataon. Ayun nga ba, Exhaust,
And
Archie.
MLE committing to trying to kill Archie.
Ito yan,
kasi
it's a
andun
2 versus
si
3.
Katarina. Are they gonna kill? Oh, Sona saving herself
Grabe.
there. Pero nandun
Na-stop.
na si Little Panda.
Ayan na nga ba, sinasabi ko, Ron trying to chase si Archie at ayan na.
Ayun.
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Ezreal and Twitch goes down. Parehong
Very
ADR
good
na nakuha.
communication there. Yeah.
It's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of MLE so
Yun
far.
nga lang in exchange for the top tower.
Pero yun, dalawang napatay ng MLE doon and isa lang ang napatay ng SAJ. It's a good thing para sa MLE ang nangyari na yun. Pero yun, As
Nga
we
lang.
see, without wasting time, pinupush na ng SAJ ang top lane, having a QTF and Juni para dito sa first tower, first turret ng MLE.
So, sometimes that's what happens when you're gone too long sa lane mo. It gives opportunity for the enemy team to push.
Yes. And ayun nga, para sa lahat ng nag-rank games, normal games, kahit ano pang games yan, kahit games yan, kapag nawala yung kalaban mo sa lane, lalo na sa top,
Yun
push
lang.
na kayo.
Face check and then boom, dalawa ang kalaban.
Grabe, na-ignite itong si Ron. Ang sakit ng nagagawang burst damage. Decent
I
plus
think he
Kha'Zix.
did not really expect na
Mhm.
nag-camp yung dalawang champion doon.
Pero yun nga, patience is a virtue. Sobrang naghintay siya ng matagal doon to gank yun, dalawang yun. And then so far, makikita natin ngayon na nag-ultimate si Sar, ngunit nag-miss. Ito kay Twitch. And I think si Twitch, napaka-predictable ng gagawin doon. Having, ayan,
Oh.
grabe, ang sakit ng sibat nitong si Nidalee against dito kay Jarvan,
Oo.
knowing Aryay,
Flat
aray
80
po. Dalawang poke pa lang yun. Pero ang katena.
Yun ang magiging mahirap later.
Mhm.
Sa damage na nagagawa ni Dili, kailangan makaisip ang Eagles kung paano nila malalapitan agad tong si Nidalee.
Sa
before
CYC
she
63,
takes
AP
out
agad.
lots of damage.
In a level 9 with his 2 Doran's ring. Kaya sobrang kate. And probably may nahihirapan talaga itong si Little Panda against ito kay Nextwater. Pero ayan na, sinasabi ko, Nexus flash out by
Yes,
Little
for
Panda.
safety dahil
Mm.
merong heal si Nidalee, so medyo
Alam niya kung kailan magawa.
hindi
Ayun
siya
yan, na-exhaust din
makakapalag
siya.
dito.
Ay sigurado yung kanyang damage output ay bababa ng sobra, 50% pag na-exhaust ka. At ayan na,
Yun ang
sinasabi ko,
magandang
Archie.
combo dito eh. Stun
Archie.
nyo yung Ezreal. Stun nyo yung Twitch.
Ayan na,
and then
nag-ultimate
lots
na
of
si Safety
Ayun na.
para kay Sar. And ayan na, tuloy na nagsustain dito si Capucho.
Twitch din yung lots of damage there. Nako.
Grabe ang natatanggap ni Sar and Capucho sa bottom lane at sobrang katay ng damage output na nagagawa ng dalawang champion ito. Having isang ultimate lang ni Sona para dito kay Ezreal ay nabawi nila agad yung damage na nagawa sa kanilang dalawa. Pero yun nga,
Ayun
ayan na,
lang.
Juni, nakasalubong, si Little Panda, at ito si Apathy, at ayan, hindi nila napatayan tayo nakakita nila.
Nako. Ayan si Kazi, kung sabi natin, nako.
Jarvan uses ultimate para makulong itong si
At
QTV.
hindi na save si Kazi.
It's a good thing na naman din para kaya good choice para dito kaya Jarvan. Pero yun nga, maganda rin na pinakita ng SAJ. Having his ito si Sona ay hindi na nag-risk para i-go yung clash na yun para kaya i-save itong si
I was
Kha'Zix.
thinking kung kaya ng Eagles na stun Twitch and then buhos lahat ng skills ni Ezreal. Yun nga lang kasi may sustain din tong si Sona. So, baka mabawi lang yung lahat ng ibuhos na skill shots ni Ezreal.
yun nga. I think naisip ng SAJ ngayon na ang pangontra kaya Ezreal ay itong si Sona having his super life sustain, HP sustain. At ayan na nga po sinasabi ko, pinasok na nila
Ayun.
ngayon si Archie. Archie tumatakbo, hinahabol ang kanyang buhay, nag-envy para maligtas sa kanya sa ultimate.
Ay, nako.
At kunting kalabit na lang ay
Buhay.
tatamaan sana. Pero hindi
Ayun
tumama.
ang escape capability si
Oo.
Twitch. Just in time kanina to save
Kaya
his
nga,
life.
napapansin natin na hindi siya nag-aalinlangan na mag-push doon kahit wala kanyang support. Ayan na nga ba, hinahabol nila ngayon si Little Panda, nag-ward.
Yun nga lang,
Ngayon si Juni.
walang takas.
Grabe naman, flying kick na ginawa natin ni Juni, having used his swords para makatalon doon. At alam niyang doon din pupunta yung si Little Panda.
Dahil doon sa gap ko sa abilities ni Lee Sin, wala ka talagang takas niyan later.
Yes, pero yun nga, maganda rin yung pinakita ni SAJ Juni doon. Dropping his swords para ma-secure yung kill na yun para kaya dito kay Little Panda. And ayun nga, somehow, nag-success sila doon sa ginawa nilang pag-initiate doon.
Yes, in terms naman sa gold difference, tumataginting na 5,000
Ayan,
gold.
so masakit sa mata. Masakit sa matang 5K na ang gap nitong MLE versus SAJ. And so far, 2 tower na po ang nakukuha ng SAJ habang sa MLE ay 0 pa. At ayan na, pinasok
Ayun
na without
lang.
wasting time.
And then fast response there ng MLE trying to chase Oh, yun nga. Yun ang sinasabi ko.
Ayan na nga ba sinasabi natin lahat.
Ang sakit ng missile eh.
Ayan na, nag-ulti na
Nag-poke
si
agad
Little
eh.
Panda. At ayan, Ron trying to
Makakatakas
stop.
ba? Ayun, may ward. Pero, hindi niya naabutan.
Grabe na.
Kala ko makakapag-shoot ko siya dun sa ward na yun kanina.
Pero yun nga, nakita natin doon na ang sobrang hirap na mapigilan ang si Junie, itong klase ni Italy, doon sa pagkakataon ngayon. At ayan na nga ba?
Huli. Tarik din, nakatakas.
Ayun, it's hindi magandang I think hindi magandang choice yung ultimate mo si Tarik, knowing na itong si Tarik ay isa sa pinakamakunat na champion sa support as well as hindi yan sa support, lalo na pag ginamit mo ito talagang focus tanking ay may masasayang lang ang iyong magagawang damage dito. Pero yun nga, as well as meron din siyang sustain para mapigilan ng mga bawas-bawas.
In regards sa items, naka-bloodthirster na si Twitch, giving him sustain for his own, hindi lang yung heal ni Sona.
Yes. Pero yun nga, mas yung si Saka yun ay sobrang nagsuchoke sa item. Itong si Sar having his, so far, sa pagkakataong ito, ay meron pa, ang item pa rin niya ay ang Vampiric Scepter, Berserker's Graves, as well sa dalawang Torrent's Blade, which is ang laking gap
Ayun, ako.
dito kay Twitch.
Ang lambot pa ni
Ay, grabe
Tarik
na,
sa
tumalon
ngayon.
na si
Deny.
Archie. Pero yun nga,
Kasi
seriously,
mapapansin natin na item pa lang ng ating support na si Tarik ay ito pa lang. So,
pero yun nga, makikita natin ngayon sa support na sa pagkakataong ito, kahit na may 3 kills itong si Sona against dito kay Tarik, and si Tarik tama may support. Kaya medyo pagdating sa wards, mas malaki yung kanya nabibigay na contribution, knowing na meron siyang side ward
Mas may
upgraded,
magkakamap
Ruby
awareness.
Sightstone.
yes.
Para, ayan, kasi ang one good thing na meron dito is makakapag-wards ka ng libre.
Oo.
At kahit na merong dalawang GP10 items itong si Sona, ay lamang pa din sa wards itong nagagawa si Tarik. With his also, ang kanyang crystalline flask na hindi na kailangan niyang magbili ng pots para mag-sustain sa bottom lane.
I think inaasa na lang niya siguro sa kanyang aura ang kanyang punat dito. I think dapat bumili pa rin siya ng items later on.
Yes, kailangan niya talaga bumili ng items and so far sa mga pagkakataon ito, wala pa ring boots
And
si Sona.
Hindi lang yun, gold per second item.
Yes, wala siyang GP10 items. Yun nga, dahil sa GP10 items si Sona and his 3 kills, mayroon na siyang Fiendish Codex na isa sa pinakamagandang items para sa support.
Yeah,
Itong magagawa.
adding up ability power for
Yes.
Sona. Yun ang nakikita nating trend ngayon, usually support champions nagsa-stack na rin ng AP para mas makati na rin.
Yes. Pero as you can see, sa pagkakataon ito, Katarina having his sustainability items and so far, sobrang nahihirapan siya na makapag-tagal sa Clash. Kung kaya, na nga ba sinasabi ko, nasipa na ito si Capucho, nasipa ni Junie at hinahabol ngayon nag-flash in si
Nasipat ni
Sixwater.
Needle kanina.
Patuloy nagkakapalitan. Ayun na, Junie sobrang asim, double kill by Italy. Ay,
Oh.
anong tingin mong mali ito ang GML?
Sa nangyari kanina kasi merong ang team kasi ng SAJ, meron silang dalawang pang-initiate parati, si Kha'Zix at saka itong si Lee Sin. At since mas mataas na items, mas kaya na nila mag-tower dive. So, minsan kahit nasa tower ka na, hindi ka pa rin safe.
Yes. Pero yun nga, makikita naman natin na yung team composition ng SAJ is about diving. As you can see, having Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, Twitch, as well as si Nidalee, sobrang effective na pagtalon. Pag tumalon si Kha'Zix, pag tumalon si Lee Sin, wala na. Mahirapan na makalayo ang MLE. Pero yun nga, with the MLE Little Pada, his ultimate Envy para makalayo sa Clash is hindi niya na magagamit sa Clash Initiation. Magagamit niya na lamang yun
Pangtakas.
pangtakas. Nidalee. Ayan, Nyx Water with this item so far. Ayan na ang item niya ngayon. Void Staff. Ayan, isa sa pinakamakating item para kaya sa AP, kahit sinong AP champion.
Magic penetration. Ito na nga sinasabi natin. Initiate ng talon ni Kha'Zix and then slow ni Twitch.
Ayan,
Walang
grabe
takas
palitan
kahit
niya. As you can see,
mag-arcane shift pa
sobrang
tong
bilis
si
na na-burst down itong si
Ezreal.
Kha'Zix, si Ezreal. Having kasama niya pa si Twitch with his red buff. Sobrang nahihirapan talaga. And ayun nga, alam
Supposed
ng
to be,
lahat. As you can see
oo.
sa item ngayon ng Kha'Zix,
Itong item na to ang susi
Brutalize.
para sa lahat. Yes, ang brutalizer lang. Tingnan mo naman, brutalizer lang ang gamit niya. Plus, itong Hex Drinker. At ngayon, nadagdagan pa ng BF Sword.
Naku, mas makatid.
Ang best friend sword ng
Kaya
bayan.
na nga, kaya na makipagsabayan ng jungler to jungler. Pero hindi pa kaya ng kunat ni
Yes.
Jarvan.
Ayun nga, as you can see, nag-warmogs itong si Katarina, knowing na sobrang nahihirapan siya mag-initiate. Ayan na nga ba, pinasok na ni Jarvan. Si Archie!
Ayun, nakuha.
One down. Archie
Yay!
going down doon sa nangyari na yun. Having itong si Apathy to without wasting time, alam nilang kalat-kalat ang champion ng SAJ. Pinasok nila. Ayan na nga ba? Apathy na huli ultimate.
Ayun lang, ang laki kasi ng nagagawa ng disable ni Sona. Ay, nako.
Ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko. Tayo hinahabol nila si Sar. Sar patuloy na nakasaktan. At ayan na nga ba, going down. Tumalon na naman ang flying ipis. Grabe na itong ipis na to. Lipad ng lipad. At
Walang
ang cash in
takas ang mga
para
champion.
mapatay si Ron.
Ayun.
Ang
lang.
grabe na,
Grabe, tower dive kung tower dive.
Ayan, ayan
Tatlong
nga.
champion. Ang kunat nyo, kuya.
Yes, sobrang laki ng sustain na nagagawa nila. And sobrang effective ng ganitong team composition having 3 initiating champion. And grabe talaga. Sobrang mahirap nang mapigilan itong ang SAJ sa pagkakataong ito. Ayan na, as you can see, ang difference natin sa gold ngayon ay around 18k I think. At ang kills natin ngayon ay 17-4 in favor of SAJ and the 4 tower down by SAJ with 0 para sa MLE. At I think sobrang probably mahirapan na naman ang MLE na makabawi dito. Having sobrang taba na ngayon nitong si Twitch as well as Lee Sin ngayon na meron na ring Warmogs and his sustain items.
Paano kaya makakasabay ang Team Pinas dito? I think, siguro kung makapita sila ng isang champion at mapita sila one by one.
Pero yun nga, mahirap dito kasi isa yung team composition ng SAJ ay kayang mag-stand alone mag-isa. As you can see, Nixwater having his escape mechanism.
Yes, that's true.
Archie na makakapag-inv para makatakbo. The Twitch. Lee Sin. Ayan, as you can see, Lee Sin na ngayon na meron na, ayan. Sobrang gagala. Ayan nga, as you can see, din si Kha'Zix with this flying thing. At ayun, grabe
tinanggap
naman.
ni Little Panda.
Oo,
medyo
pasimple-simple nga sibat lang galing kay Nixwater at sigurado makakapala siya ng champion dito pagpatuloy na tumatama ito. Ayan na nga ba?
Ayun.
SAJ Juni initiating
Kahit na
with
una
his
masyado
Warmogs.
itong si Lee Sin, ako, buhay pa rin.
Ayan na nga ba, napigilan si Ron
Nako.
sa kanya pag-ultimate. Gandang defense para kay Sona. Double kill by Flying Ipis. Itong si Kha'Zix.
Yan
Triple
ang
kill.
sinasabi ko, triple kill, Kha'Zix. Nako. Paano patumbahin ang Ipis na
It's
Itay?
a 4-4-0 exchange in favor of the SAJ. At sa pagkakataon ito, dahil doon sa clash na yon, nahirapan ng sobra. Sobra-sobra, as in talagang wala
Flying
na yata.
Mantis naman daw,
Yes.
para daw mas maganda pa.
Sige, Flying Mantis para hindi masakit sa tenga. At alam natin lahat, natakot tayo sa ipis, kaya Mantis na lang. Ayun na. GM Yao, probably na nakita natin kanina is ang maganda ginawa doon ni Lee Sin is nag-initiate siya knowing na meron siyang Warmog sustain as para makapag-initiate ng without worrying anything. And as yun, dahil doon sa nangyari, wala siyang nakuwang death. And muntik pa nilang mais yung MLE dahil sa initiate na ginawa niya doon.
Oo. Tsaka yung Sona kanina, kabantay din siya agad sa pag-SS ni Katarina eh. So, sakto. Binitawan na niya agad din yung kanyang...
And as well as
control.
yung paghintay ni Sona dun sa ultimate ni Katarina, alam niya na siya lang ang makakapigil dun kay Katarina. At si kanina, saktong pag-ikot ni Katarina sa gitna ng ultimate ni Jarvan is nag-ultimate din kagad si Sona para ma-stop yung kanyang channeling. Ayun nga, pagdating sa diskarte, mukhang lamang pa rin ang SAJ, pero SAJ sa mga pagkakataong ito ay kukunin na yata ang BR at alam ito ng Manila Eagles, and so far, ayan ang apas sinasabi ko, grabing burst damage na nagagawa.
Kakahiwalay. Sino
Isang
FF
taste
ng
of
Aguilas?
death lang, grabing kay Kha'Zix, at ayan ang nagpapalitan na nga ba.
Tumatakas
Use his
na lang
ultimate.
po sila. Sinipa si
Capucho
Jarvan pala yun. Ako
going
na yun
down.
natunaw.
At ayan ang apas sinasabi ko, hinahabol ngayon ni Lee Sin, si Sar, Ron,
Lee Sin talagang
at itong si
frontliner
Little Panda.
Nako. Binugaw
Grabe.
hanggang sa loob ng
Yes.
bahay.
Aroy!
Mhm.
It's a... Grabe, sobrang respeto dun
Try ko
sa...
mamaya yung
Yes.
runes ni Nidali dito.
Ayun, sa lahat ng nakita niyo ng mga
Sharpshooter,
runes, yes, pure AP runes ang runes nitong si Nix Water,
Ability
itong si
power,
Nidali.
build power per level.
At grabe,
magic
nakita mo
spell.
naman kanina, kalahati pa ang buhay, almost half pa ang buhay ni Ezreal kanina, and nasagalitan lang na tinamaan siya ng sibat na sobrang hindi siya swerte. It's about skills na nakita natin na nakuha yon ni Nix Water. And ayun nga, with that all being said and done, bukod sa nakapatay sila ng 2 champions, SAJ, ngayon ay nakakuha sila ng Baron buff. At sobrang laki na ng lamang ngayon ng SAJ at ayun, mahirap nang sabihin na may pag-asa pa ang MLE dito. And ayun, sa lahat ng naghihintay, nag-aabang, watch and win mamaya, ang watch and win question mamaya para tayo ay kumalma. Ayan, nag-aabang lang kayo para sa watch and win. Ipopost namin ang question na mamaya sa Facebook fan page ng LOL page at hindi sa kung saan.
Ipopost sa page ng
Facebook fan page ng LOL page.
ng LOL PH.
Ayan,
Okay.
sorry. At ayun nga, SUSM mo ang tatapusin na ng SAJ. Kapag nag-stick sila dito at diniretso nila ang kalaban ng MLE, ay wala na magagawa. And as UNC, bottom lane na lang ang titirang second turret ng SAJ. And so far, mayroong isang nakuwang turret itong MLE against 7 turret. Ayun nga, as UNC rin, na ginagamit na lang nitong si Ezreal ang kanyang ultimate para mag-clear
Pag-clear
ng wave.
Mhm.
Ay, ayan na,
Pumasok
pinasok na
si
naman ni
Lee Sin.
Lee Sin. Itong si Capucho trying to escape. At ayan, patuloy na nakakasunod ng first damage. Pero yun nga, seriously, walang takot si Juni na pumasok sa kanilang
Ang
clashes.
daming guhit sa buhay niya.
Yes. Ayan nga, para sa nagtataka rin. Ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko ng ultimate or nag-miss.
SSA.
Ang SS.
Ayun
Itong
nga
si
lang na
Sona.
FF si Tari.
Pero ayan nga ba sinasabi ko, Juni, patuloy na pumapasok sa loob to initiate the clash. And ayun nga, so far,
Binubugaw
ayan
na
na
lang
nga ba.
niya ang Agilas dito.
Yes. The Jarvan
Si
uses
Jarvan
ultimate na
dito.
na pumasok sa loob. Wala nang ultimate. Itong Sona para
Pasok
makapigil. Medyo nauli ang pasok
Ano
ni
na
Ron.
mangyayari?
Uses ultimate.
Ang haba. Katarina, ayun nga lang.
It's a down.
That
Sobrang
is
ayun
a
nga.
4-on-1 exchange.
Yes.
And
And so far, it's
there
a win
you have
again.
it for our GPL for tonight, January 18. Manila Eagles versus Saigon Jokers. So, ayan. Are you guys ready for our watch and win question?
Ayan, bago ang lahat, I would like to magre-recap muna tayo sa ano nangyari kanina. One of the key na meron dito para sa SAJ is itong si Lee Sin having his early warmugs na alam natin lahat na sobrang nagpahirap sa MLE na when he initiate the clash, sobrang taranta na ang MLE and as well as si Juni ay pag pumasok ay siguradong meron siyang mapapatay and ayun nga yung kanyang initiation ay lock in para sa isang champion lang. At sigurado may papatay siya kagad sa pagka ginawa niya yung initiate niya. As well as itong si Nix Water having a pure AP runes ay sobrang laki. Kasi kanina nga yung halfway, half HP na meron si Sar ay sobrang nawala. And sobrang nasaktan ako sa UNC ngayon sa item ni Sar having a 072 and Dorans 4 Dorans blade as well as itong kung ano man yan ang cutlass natin and ayun sobrang so far makikita natin na nahirapan ang bottom lane against sa Sona and Twitch pero yun nga nakabawi yung MLE ngunit sa early game medyo okay around mid game to late game nakabawi na talaga ng masakit-sakit itong SAJ. Pero, ayun, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. SAJ, without hesitating sa bawat clash, pagpasok ni Kha'Zix, pagpasok na lahat, sunod-sunod na, and the sure win for them.
Ayun.
And ayan, para sa watch and win question for tonight. GM Yao, um,
Ako na ba
ibibigay na ba
mag-a-announce?
natin yung question natin or uunahin muna natin yung mga bagay-bagay
So,
bago ang lahat?
ano ba to? Announce natin yung question, then saka natin po-post sa Facebook, and then
Yes,
paunahan
ang
sila.
ating mechanics ay magpo-post tayo ng question. Pero i-ask muna natin sa ngayon sa live stream kung ano yung question natin. And after that, makikita nyo yung post sa Facebook fan page ng LOLPH. Facebook.com/LOLPH. Nandun lang yung question. Eto na, ang question. At sa fansite ni GM Yao, papahabol ko lang, ay mamaya after ng watch and win. GM Yao, ibigay mo ang question sa ating mga players.
Okay, watch and win question. What champion or which champion did MLE Ron use?
Ayan.
Ayan.
What champion did MLE Ron use? Sa Tagalog, sino ang champion na ginamit ni Ron? Case sensitive, ayun, wrong spelling is wrong. At wala nang kailangan pang
Remember
pag-isipan.
not to edit
Napakadali lang
your
yan.
answer.
At nasa inyo na ang kasagutan. And ayun, sa lahat ng gusto mo sumagot, answer your question doon sa LOLPH fan page. Facebook fan page. And ayan ang abang sinasabi ko, bago ang lahat, bago matapos ang ating program ngayon, I would like to greet everyone na nagpag-greet sa akin ngayong gabi. Binabati ko nga pala good evening kay Rocker, kay Pura, kay Jepoy na ayan na 1-8 hello sa ating rank game. And ang Team Cloud Salt, ayan, binabati ko kayo good evening sa inyo. GMO, pakibati naman tong Anthony na to.
Ayan, Anthony Rodriguez.
Ayan, good evening sa iyo. Ayan,
Hello
request mo
din
na
pala
kay
Jorn sa ating CSR.
Ayan, as well as kay Romel, kay Jason, kay Renzo, kay Kev, kay Carlo, kay Nyaruko, ayan, kay, as well as kay Kevin, home player yan. At sa lahat ng gusto magpatanong, just magpabate, just post your Facebook, ang inyong pabate dito sa ating comment box ng ating YouTube. Ayan, hello daw kay Babu, galing kay Team Cruz. At ayan, fansay na tayo ngayon.
One name sa isang papel.
Galing! Kaya GM Yao, at ayan, so far nakikita nyo ngayon na naghahanda na si GM Yao na mag-post, ayan na nga ba, isa sa mapapalad at sobrang mapalad na nakita natin dito sa ating comment box.
Ano pa pwede ko ilagay dito?
Ayan, isa sa mapapalad ngayon. And I think GM Yao, ilan ba ang mapalad sa ating gabi ngayon na magkakaroon ng fan sign from you?
Tingnan natin. Ilan ba papel ko dito? Meron pag ilan? 3.
Ayan, so we have 4 live viewers na magkakaroon ng fan sign from GM Yao. At eto na ang isa natin ngayon, on the way na siya.
Teka
Nagpa-process na at hindi lang siya basta-basta fan sign. Meron pa siyang drawing. Medyo, so di natin isang artist po itong si GM Yao. At,
Hindi, artist lang.
ayan, GM Yao, pabati daw. Gusto yata nila sa'yo, gawang magbati sa kanila. GM Yao. Ayan, GM Yao, para sa lahat ng magbabate, ayan, pakibati daw siya. Chrono Maxis.
Chrono Maxis. Hello.
Ayan, good evening sa inyo.
Ayan, ito nga pala ang ating unang fan sign.
Excuse
sa
me,
ngayon.
hindi namin makita yung sarili namin. Ayan.
Hello. Awesome.
Ayan,
Yun
ayan.
ang spelling ng kanyang name.
Pakitakpan ng mukha ko at pwede nyo nang picturean, print screen.
Hindi nga lang ako kita.
Ayan, pwede nyo na lang ako i-crop. Ayan, pwede nyo na akong i-crop. Pero yun nga, para sa, kung hindi mo man lang nahabol, uulitin namin yan mamaya. And as well as, meron tayong recordings dito sa ating live stream ngayon. So probably mapapanood mo pa rin siya. Kaya Le Awesome. Ayan, ito ang unang mapalad na mabibigyan na ng fan sign. At uulitin natin yan mamaya lang. Mamaya-maya, uulitin natin siya. Ay, baliktad pala. Sorry. Ayan. Medyo tinetesting ko lang kayo kung alam nyong baliktad ba. Ayan. Hello, para kay Leosom. Galing kay GMO. Mamaya, uulitin natin yan. At sa mga gusto pa magpabigay ng magpa-fan sign, just post lang dito sa ating YouTube comment box. At ayan, pinapabati daw si ZDC Aquarius. I'm very sorry kung ako...
Hello, Aquarius.
Ayan, hello daw kay GM Yao. Sa mga sorry kung ako pupabati sa inyo sapagkat si GM Yao ay medyo busy. Papahabol na lang natin sa kanya. Ang kung sino sasabihin ko, ulitin na lang niya para masarap sa inyong pandinig sa inyong tenga.
Ayan. Ito ang ating next
Next,
winner.
lucky viewer. Ayan
From
na.
Bicol, we have June Bacurio. Tama.
Ayan, crap nyo na lang ako ha. Ayan, medyo kailangan makita na.
Ayan. Yay! Yan. Si Rengar yan Hindi ko lang sure kung ginagamit mo
Ayan,
siya.
si Rengar po yan. Sa lahat ng di nakakalam, si Rengar po yan. Ayan ang cute version ni Rengar. Ginawa po yan ni GML live dito ngayon. And, ayan, isa pa sa mga perte ay si June Bacurio. Ayan, napakaganda pangalan nito si June. And our third lucky viewer so far. Ayan na nga ba. Yan, sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon, sa mga gusto magpabate, just post your names or kung sino mo gusto niyo pabate dito sa ating YouTube comment box. And then nga, sa lahat na nagtataka, ako po si GG Sphere at siya po si GM Yao. Medyo nagkabaliktad lang yung pangalan namin, pero yun po ang lahat ng mga pangyayari ngayon.
Ang pogi mo pa.
Yes.
Anyway, so ang ating third.
Ayan, hello sa PS Sky, kung ano man yan, Philippine Siberian Husky Incorporated. Good evening sa inyo lahat dyan.
Hello daw kay Edward Gabriel.
Yes.
Thanatos Despero.
And
I'm
ang pangatlo.
sorry, unti lang yung papel ko dito sa table.
I'm very sorry, natapat lang ang mapalag nating viewers ngayong gabi. At ito na, ang pangatlong lucky viewer para sa gabing ito. Yan, gusto
Si
nila
Von
makita
Lacson at
ang
Icarus
iyong mukha,
Gaming.
GML. Ayan,
Ayan.
kay Icarus Gaming. Ayan. Kayo nang bahala
Sana ba?
mag-grab sa akin, pero picture nyo lang si GML. Ayan, tingin sa camera. Yan. At para sa mga hindi nakakuha ng inyong, para sa hindi nakapag-capture ng print screen, just panoorin nyo lang yung upcoming na replay nitong ating, replay nitong ating stream ngayong gabing ito. I'm very sorry sa mga nagre-request ng Gangnam Style. Hindi ko siya pwede gawin ngayong gabing ito. Kaya na nga ba, double boost for tomorrow, January 19 until January 20, XP boost times 2 as well as IP boost para sa hindi pa nakapagpa-level 30 dyan. Just log in today and tomorrow may bonus kayo, IP and XP. And ayan, as we celebrate our second anniversary LOL page. At ayan na nga ba, as we celebrate as well ang ating second anniversary, may New Year tayo as we celebrate our New Year as well. New prices na this coming January 19 to 20, bagong price ng ating mga champions sa ating mga skins natin kung kaya't napaka mapapalad nitong ating makikita. At ayan, may nabasa ako bading si James Fear. Thank you very much. Ayan nga. Ang pang-apat na.
Lalaki yan.
Yes. RP conversion. Ayan as well. From
Yes, ang
January 21.
pinaka-hinihintay ninyong RP conversion bonus. Ayan.
Yes, from January
This
21 to
will
January
be-
27, we
Yes.
have our RP conversion bonus.
Ayan.
Ayan nga ba at ang pang-apat
Matagal yung hinihintay.
na makakakuha. Mapalad.
So this is it for tonight. Tada! Yan. Sana nakikita mo haba ng iyong pangalan.
Ayan,
Sana tama ang
napakaswerte
spelling
itong si
ko.
Sosya
Burete.
Burete. Yes! Kung ano man yun, Burete ka man, basta ikaw na yan. Napakaswerte mo ngayong gabi. Ikaw ang pang-apat. At ayan na nga ba sinasabi ko, GML, request ng iba, pwede pakiulit daw ba nung bawat isa, 5 seconds isang fan sign. Ayan, eto, ang unang nanalo, si Jun.
Ayan. Kailangan mo na naman.
Bakuyo. Ayan, 5 seconds, 5, 4. Okay, tapos na next, please. Very good, GML.
Very good. Give me some props.
Yes. Ayan na ang pangalawa. Si Leosom. Leosom. Ayan.
You talaga yung
Pangalawa.
spelling.
Ayan. Leosom. Congratulations sa inyo as well as sa ito na ang pangatlo natin. Von Lacson Icarus Gaming. Mukhang ito ay isang pangalan ng clan. Good evening sa inyo lahat. At kung gusto pang magpabate, just post your bati-bati. Kung sino mo gusto nyo pabate. Ayan na pangapon natin. Si Burete. Masyadong mahaba. Ayan.
Ayan.
Ayan, at ayan na nga ba.
Nalang
With
iba,
that
Michael
confidence,
Jason ng Erotic Harus. Yan, liwayway gaw-gaw.
Ayan.
Diba?
Ayan, nagkapabati pa rin ang lahat. Just
Hello,
post
DK
your
Dek-Dek.
bati-bati kung sino man gusto nyo pabati dyan sa ating YouTube comment box.
Yes, hello nga pala si Giga Flat kung nanonood kayo dyan.
Ayan. And ayan na nga ba, sabi ko tapos na. Again, ulitin ko sa kasi
Okay,
celebrate.
Isaiah.
Yes. And binabati ko lahat ng tao ngayon dito sa Garena Page Office. Si Jempri, si Gigi Regine, si Idol, si Boss Ice. Ayan, good evening sa lahat.
Kay Shadow, Kira, Clark, and Taboo Master. May White Maiden. Diba?
Ayan, masarap
Ice
pag
Pop.
nanggaling kay Jim Yao ang bate. Masarap sa pandinig.
So, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Ayan, as we
And-
close on na ngayon at mukhang wala na dapat pahabol. Ulitin ko, ang Watch in Win na post na po ngayon sa Facebook fan page. At ito na ang ating pakawalang Steel Series mouse para sa darating na Sunday. This Sunday ay magkakaroon tayo ng live draw. At para makapag-participate, just fill up the information doon sa lol.page/celebrate. At GML, ano ba tingin mo ang itong mouse na ito?
Mouse yan? Kala ko nga kilay ni Panda Timo eh.
Pwede!
Anyway, pahabol ng Ramirez X ko, Rabadabango,
Ayan.
Donyo number 01.
Para sa naman ng kapabati, huwag nyo na pahirapan si GML. Yung pinakamadaling word. TNR Clan, pabati sa inyo from Andre Batyong.
Okay, so there we have it, and we'll see you again this Sunday.
Ayan. Okay, sa lahat ng nanonood din, we're very thankful sa lahat ng nanonood and I'm very sorry sa mga hindi nagkaroon ng fan sign pero let's see kung kailan pa rin kailan ulit mag-shout ka si GML probably this Sunday or abangan na lang natin lahat. I am Gigi Sphere
And this is GM Meow
and you're watching GPL
GPL.
Spring Season Live. Signing out.
Are you guys ready for some League of Legends action? Let's go!
on this
Cho'Gath,
list.
I think, is
Cho'Gath-
really
Cho'Gath
strong.
is great.
Cho'Gath is open. Eve is open. We were talking about how Evelyn is
Evelyn
really strong.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true. But we haven't seen SGS actually run this Evelyn.
no, I don't think they're gonna run
Before.
Evelyn.
And you know what? They're gonna go for Ezreal because who needs OP champs when we have stuff that we're really good at?
So on the screen right now, that's SGS Chowie.
Oh, the man of the plan.
Yes, this is the guy with the brains, the one who comes up with all these strategies on the Singapore Sentinels. You know what? I think that SGS may have baited out this Kha'Zix pick. I mean, they had to know that Kha'Zix was going to get picked.
Of course,
if they,
of course.
So they have that counter. I think they may be going Rise again.
Right, that's true because in Kai Ling's head, I'm sure he already knew
Potentially be Caitlyn Nunu.
Yeah.
Is dangerous because we saw what happened in that first match.
It looks exactly like how it was supposed to pan out in that game 1. And but right now they have Olaf, which is also a very strong point. I think a lot of them know how to use Olaf very well.
Olaf
in the
can be
side.
played at the top lane
He can play in
or
the jungle.
in the jungle.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of flexibility there, which is always nice to have.
Yeah, but really, like you were saying, if they don't find a way to deal with that Caitlyn, a Caitlyn Nunu comp, and they want to pick up a mid laner.
Oh, are we gonna see Zed? I would love to see Zed in the jungle or in the mid lane. That would be just.
Come on, mid lane. I
Awesome.
think Zed mid lane is very fun.
It is,
Yeah,
but
it's
they're
very
not
fun.
gonna go with Zed. They're gonna go with Olaf instead, a more standard pick. Ezreal and Sona here being the lane that they go with.
So that's for the poke comp, the poke damage. Nice amounts of burst in that bottom lane.
Now,
Yeah,
if
you can't
make
easily
possibly
topple.
one of the strongest lanes at this point.
Right now it's
just-
really that Nunu. It's that Nunu that's just crazy with that blood boil.
Yes, and not only the blood ball, the ice blast
Oh,
is
the ice
so
blast,
irritating.
yeah.
It slows down your AD carry, both the movement and attack speed.
And here we go, HY, sitting pretty, waiting for his turn to lock in the champ.
Right.
When's my turn, guys?
I just realized that you can see the lower half of our body there, but then they tuck this in.
Oh, you
we
can see-
just got a tummy tuck.
Time it up. That smile. And looks like they're picking all the good champs on KLH side. They got Cho'Gath even.
Right. Cho'Gath is one of the strongest 2v1 laners.
I would say that KLH has
A
picked out all
great
the
jungler.
they picked out 4 of the best tier champs right now in the league.
These are the top tier champions.
Yeah, they're
for
tier
sure.
1 for sure. And SGS, they've got some really good champs. They got Ezreal, they got Olaf, but I wouldn't say they're on the top of the brackets right now. These are not champions which you would say
Ezreal, I'd say, is one of the top.
I would say
champions.
he's good, but I wouldn't say he's something which you can fully capitalize on. There's still ways to deal with Ezreal.
Right.
A lot of ways to deal with Ezreal, I would say. But KLH, they got Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is not easily shut down. He, in the current meta, with itemization with Warmocks, how do you shut him off?
Are we gonna see Chowie playing a AP Kog'Maw?
Which is dangerous.
He locks it in.
locks it in. Wow, the danger. I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm really scared. Because Kog'Maw is not an easy champion to play when you have opponents who have such great initiation and gap closing. Kha'Zix can easily just munch down on that worm.
It is. It
I-
looks like a tasty little
A
morsel
tasty-
for
yeah.
him. I mean, if you're an insect, worms are quite tasty. I
Yeah,
would
I'm
imagine.
sure,
They're
yeah, I'm sure.
defenseless. They just wriggle around.
And
you can-
Irelia, I like what, man? Like what? This is crazy. They've got a very, very powerful composition here on KLH. While Singed, you don't see much Singed in competitive plays. But SGS will pick up Singed in their composition. Now, will that be able to deal with Irelia? I do believe so.
Yeah,
Singed-
I think Cinch will be
yeah,
decent against
Singed will be
Irelia.
okay against Irelia.
She's going to have a tough time. I mean, you never want to chase a Singed.
Yeah, bro,
And-
never. The moral of the story, never chase Singe or Mastery. So these are the final 2 compositions. Singapore Sentinels picking up Olaf in that.
Jungle Singed?
And wow,
Am I seeing this right?
I think it is Jungle Singe. Now, I don't know how
I've never
effective.
seen Jungle Singed before.
Never in my life as well. So it looks like Darkness going to the top lane with Olaf, Kai Ling on support with Sona. Hallelujah, running Singe in the jungle. And that
Teleport on Chowie.
Yeah.
Are we going to see that switched up?
we might see that switch, and HY playing Ezreal. So last week we saw Vayne, this week it's going to be Ezreal. How effective is that going to be? Because he doesn't have that same scaling power as Vayne.
Right. This is an interesting pick of Summoner Spells on XXF. He's going to go for Flash as well as Ghost, maximize the mobility on Caitlyn.
Yep.
Normally we would see people picking up Cleanse.
Cleanse.
But in this case, there's only really a couple of things that he can cleanse off. The stun
from the crescendo.
The crescendo, he can cleanse off the undertow. So perhaps he's confident that he's able to flash out of those and position himself to be pretty much safe.
But that move speed is going to be crazy. That move speed is going to be crazy when she picks, with Blood Boil and Ghost.
Right.
Blood Boil, Ghost, and just picking up maybe a Static Shift or a Phantom Dancer. Marathon running.
Really fast.
Yeah, really fast.
Really fast.
And it's going to be hard to catch. Even if you're singed,
right.
Chances are, I don't think you can just run up there and flick Caitlyn behind. She has that 9.9 caliber net that will kind of disengage you away from singed.
So looking at the team compositions here, it looks like SGS has the stronger pokes. They've got
Cog.
Yeah, they've got
Cog.
Sona to give that sustain. They've got Cogmaw, AP Cogmaw, great range off of that living artillery. The Bio Arcane Barrage.
Bio Arcane Barrage, Ezreal, of course. Not
Ezreal with
a
the Mystic Shot as well.
Shot, yeah.
And
Not new to the
comparatively,
scene.
on the side of KLH, they also have a pretty decent amount of poke. Caitlyn will be great with her range.
Yeah.
Of course, they've got Kha'Zix as well with the Void Spike. But I still feel like SGS has the slight edge there because
In
of
pokes, yeah.
mainly because of that Cogmaw pick.
Yeah, mainly because of the Cogmaw pick. But I don't know, laning looks very dangerous unless they are smart with their lane swaps. Because in a proper lane swap, I could see Cogmaw doing pretty okay because he has a lot of range to play against a 2v1 lane. Against a Nunu Caitlyn lane, he should be fine, I would say. He can farm with that W, the Bio Arcane Barrage.
You can choose to max out your E, the Void Ooze,
Yeah, for
and use
damage.
that to clear the wave.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need, if you're going to go up against a 2v1 lane and you're the 1, you got to have either very great ability to last hit under turrets, which is decent with the living artillery,
Yeah.
or
And the Bio Arcane. Yeah.
the Bio Arcane, sorry.
Yeah, the Bio Arcane.
Barrage, or you have to have the ability to clear the waves really quickly.
Yeah, you can use
And
the
you
Void
can use
Ooze
the Void
living
Ooze to do
artillery.
that. So both of those things, I think Cogmaw has in the event that they choose to send 2 against 1 in the mid lane.
Right.
So I don't think we're going to be seeing Caitlyn Nunu at the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm just theory crafting, and I feel that they want to send Cogmaw to the Nunu Caitlyn lane, and they want HY and Kailing to at least try to pressure out that Irelia, because Irelia has a very slow start in the game,
Right.
right? And so she's going to get easily hit by those power chords, the Hymn of Valors, and of course Ezreal can easily zone her out of that area. That's something which I foresee they want in an ideal situation.
So they've swapped up the 2 champions there,
So
Sinch
Sinch
and
is
Ola.
definitely going
They were
solo.
trolling right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sinch is going to go to the top lane, or potentially the solo lane. We
Yeah.
don't know if it's going to be the top lane per se. Sinch deals decently well with a 2v1.
He deals okay because
Not very well,
basically
though.
under the turret
He
he has
still
that
needs
poison.
to go forward to get to that poison.
Yeah.
And if you zone him out properly, it'll be hard for him
Yeah.
to. And the poison, of course, isn't really good for last hitting.
It's
as well.
not. It's not the best
It's
for last
not
hitting.
exactly a last hitting.
It's not
tool.
friendly. It's not friendly.
It is. It is a blunt instrument. It is not a precision instrument like the blade surge from
Right.
Irelia. That's more of a scalpel.
But yeah,
And the poison is just like a big ass
true.
hammer.
But like I was saying, if they play their lanes right, then Sinch would be up against Kha'Zix, and that's actually okay. I
Right.
would say Sinch against Kha'Zix is pretty fine. When he jumps in for the harass with the leap, Sinch is going to throw him back, and in the short lane, that toss is going to be fantastic. Yeah.
So let's see how they swap up these lanes here and the response to that.
Yeah, it's going to be about the laning phase. I feel a big
I
part
think
of
that's
it.
one of the biggest things that has been coming about in
Season
the
3.
competitive
Yeah.
scene is really how
Right.
these teams manage with these lane swaps, because it takes a lot of team coordination to move about in the lanes well. But we've seen very interesting use of wards to get over cliffs and stuff like that. We've seen champions like LeBlanc being picked up because she can blink
Bypass.
over walls
Yeah, she
and
bypasses.
ward in very unique places. These are some of the strategies that the other teams overseas have been using
Yeah.
that we haven't quite seen yet in the GPL. But I think that
It'll just be a matter
as
of
we
time.
move on,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time before the teams develop more
Right.
advanced strategies.
I mean, needless to say, a lot of people look towards Korea
Right.
and the Korean teams who kind of just experiment.
They've been doing a
lot
lot
of
of
experimentation,
experimentation,
yeah.
and that is just how you get ahead. I mean, you experiment, you come up with creative new strategies, and when your opponent hasn't seen these before, that's
Off
how you
guard, yeah, they get caught off guard. So this is it. Let's see the early pings. It's all over the place really for KL Hunters. They have done 4 right across the map, and this means probably going to spread their resources by quite a bit. Now, I don't see anything significant coming out from SGS. They are hurdling up with Sinch going down south, just waiting to see if anyone's going to plant a ward. And he's going to spot, I think, Nunu. Oh, no, but Nunu spots him, and he spots Nunu in kind.
HY there went with the long sword plus the health pulse. I've been seeing a lot of people start out with Doran's Blade when you're paired up with somebody who has a decent amount of sustain. Even for the Caitlyn Nunu lane, I've seen some of them going with a Doran's Blade just because the 5 health
You still
per
restore a
hit
lot. Yeah, you
is,
still
still,
restore.
is quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about the time spent in lane, you can actually regenerate almost as much as a health pot would give you. So there is going to be a lane swap here. What looks like it. KLH going up to the top lane. What are they doing?
They're playing Murder Bridge in the top lane.
Oh, they want to go
Wow.
for that blue buff. They're bypassing some of the terrain
And
here.
that's a smart move because they did not know whether it was going to be warded or not, and decided let's take the long one, guys.
Oh, Darkness here could be in for a surprise.
Yeah, and Singe without an ultimate at the start really isn't the best, champion to kind of stave off these attacks.
Oh, Chowie, don't get too brave here. Don't go for that exploration badge. Singe is going to run into the guys here. I don't know if he saw them. Darkness, are you going to spot them? Can't see anything right now. Staying in that brush. He must know that something is amiss here. And it looks like they're going to go for conventional lanes.
Yep,
We
it looks
see
like
Caitlyn
conventional,
Nunu
wow.
moving towards that bottom lane.
And yeah, Chowi's going to up against Golden's in the mid who's running Kazakhs. Now this is going to be very interesting. I want to see how Chowi responds to this fight.
Starting with that very early harass. Nice harass onto Golden's.
Yeah, really, it's all going to be about the kind of damage output that he can do pre-6. Because when it hits 6, I don't know how he's going to deal with that mass amount of burst.
So XXF had to take a really long walk down. A little bit of a fail there on the Mystic shot from HY.
But so far, it looks pretty much okay with some early bonus monies here, simply because the quick waves are amassing. And Chowi here doing a pretty decent job
Oh,
of
did you
getting
just see
goals
that?
back up.
Hallelujah went for the invade onto Red Hot Rays, almost taking him out. Really low on health here. So the way I see it, the lanes here are potentially going to be at advantage for KLH in the bottom lane if they know how to play it right. At the top lane though, Darkness as Sinch should be able to fight Irelia pretty well and seems to be doing so.
Yeah, he's actually doing pretty fine. I would expect it to be very different. And here, Hallelujah going in for the fight in Red Hot Race.
Oh, he's
Throws
trying
a
to go
very
there.
nice
The ghost has
undertow.
been used. Misses one undertow. He really wants to go in for this kill. The flash gets used by Red Hot Rays. He's going to be able to get out of that
and
one.
Hallelujah
alive.
will be satisfied with that one already. HY here showing some lane presence.
He's zoning them out right now.
That lane presence coming up from the AD. And so this is really a very interesting style to see. Most of the ADs that we've seen in the GPL, they like to let the support make the calls and go up with the aggression and kind of just come in for the sweeping damage at the end. But not HY.
Right, he's being quite aggressive here.
He wants to tell them to get lost. And it's undeterred by the Nunu Kate comp.
XXF is actually going to be losing quite a fair bit of farm. He's only at 16 CS right now. HY has this nice big wave here. Doing well to pull it back so that he can farm that up.
Yep.
We're at the mid lane. It looks like things are pretty quiet. Golden's is being zoned out there. Not to be too unexpected because of just a ranged champion, and Kha'Zix needs a little bit of time at the mid lane before he can really pick up that strength. Needs to evolve really, and at level 11 is when he really kind of spreads his wings
Yeah,
and get
literally.
stronger.
Look at HY, man. Really, just
Being the
undeterred by the
aggressor.
2v1.
And he's managed to burn up all of the pots on Caitlyn right now. This is a very, very big advantage for him. Look at that, 31 to 19. He's managed to push him out of the lane. He's going to clear up this wave for sure and possibly head back because Caitlyn's going to come back with quite the advantage. The Doran's Blade and 3 pots.
Let's look at the CS-wise. Kog'Maw's doing pretty well, having 40 on Kha'Zix. So Chowie here making some early gold. That's going to be very important, especially if he's going to build he's built at Tears of the Goddess. And this means very little survivability at the start.
HY, having a little bit of trouble with those mystic shots. But he's been doing very well here in the bottom lane, despite a couple of those misses. And I think that they should go back to buy soon. Of them having a very strong push composition or anything
No,
of that
not
sort.
at all. Really, it's going to be about coming down to those team fights per se. SGS wants to make sure they don't give up their laning phase easily. Once they start getting out of those laning phases at a disadvantage, KLH will be able to kind of stomp them with all that CC they built up.
Oh, here they come. They're trying to get on Darkness, but Red Hot Raze is only level 3. Hallelujah is level 5 already. And they managed to pick up the kill onto Red Hot Raze. Quite the weak gank.
Will the
at
toss
level
come
3.
in? Yes,
Oh,
that
he
trial
goes
toss
in
comes
for
in.
that. That
And,
was such a risky maneuver. But
oh, the bottom lane looks like the 2v1 got the better of HY, and he will be taken out for the second kill here.
yeah, he decided to stay in that lane a little bit longer than he should have.
Yep. Wow,
Oh.
and in the top lane, looks like the dive did not pay off. Olaf here will go down to Tainted Ones. This is a 1-2 score, and despite that, SGS is still at the goal advantage, mainly because of Chowie hitting a nice 58 CS, and Kai Ling, poor chap.
Well, that was an unfortunate moment for HY to die because there was a big wave here.
Yeah,
coming in.
and that's the worst time to die, when you have so much resource together and you can't. Wow.
But yeah, like you said, despite those 2 kills, SGS is still in the lead in terms of Golden. Nice early ward by Golden. He's going to keep track of the movements of Kog'Maw, perhaps allow him a little bit of more opportunity to roam because he knows exactly where Chowie will
Yeah,
be.
and Kog'Maw isn't the best roaming champion simply because
He's slow.
He's slow. He's a worm, you know, and he needs to maximize that kind of gank potential. That Void Ooze needs to be at a closer range rather than a further range. So yeah, in the meantime, he'll need you need to build up your Kog'Maw by farming it up. HY here picking up that Vampiric Scepter. This is going to be good against kind of sustain. It's going to increase the sustain and the damage in that lane. A Vamp Scepter now becoming a very safely awesome item. And here go Chowie getting burned out by Golden's. Golden's popping that ultimate. And a very short length undertow there.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get the quick cooldown off of that. Darkness was farming behind the turret. And Tainted Ones is going to try to punish him for that.
And that's one of the greatest parts about Singed, really, is the ability to just stand behind your opponent's turret and laugh at them. It's crazy cool.
At this point in the game, it seems that the power of Caitlyn and Nunu is starting to pick up. Looks like HY won't be able to use that Mystic Shot to bully them in lane as much as he did earlier on. Hallelujah seems to want to go for this steal on the blue buff.
But it might not be the wisest choice. Oh my goodness, but the damage on Red Hot Raze is phenomenal.
You don't want to go in there not blind. There was no ward there for him to really see that.
Yeah, that was just basically calculation skills, knowing when you're supposed to go in for the opponent's buff. And
So things are just going to be pretty stagnant in the lanes here.
it's going to be a lot of farming. Like I said, the laning phase is important for both of these teams. A Nunu Kaling comp is great, but if you don't get to pressure that lane that you're in, or you don't get to dominate it simply because you're a great poke, your opponent can still farm out some decent items and trade with you.
I think they're going to be fine though, KLH here with that bottom lane because The thing about Nunu Caitlyn is that they do go pretty well into that mid game because
Yeah,
of
they
that
do.
blood
They
boil.
do go well to the mid game. My only concern is that if they let Ezreal farm, he can still kind of outbeat them if they were to start doing some pokes here and there.
Oh, Darkness gets caught out here. He's going to fling Goldens right into the middle of the team there. Putting down the slow. The Void Ooze is there. Chowie gets jumped on. Tainted One's there. Popping his ult. Stun from Red Hot Ray. He's going to toss Hallelujah into the air. And Tainted Ones gets tossed back into that fight. Nice toss there by Darkness.
What a tosser. That was great. Oh my goodness, and will that last one land? No! That was really close. Very nice predictive skills. That Ward, I think, almost got the kill.
Just nice play there from
Chowie,
SGS.
yeah.
Remaining calm under pressure there. That was really scary. They were all getting really low on both sides there, SGS and KLH. But
So
SGS
2-2
coming
is
out
the score.
on top.
2-2 is the score, and it's just a slight 2,000 goal advantage here. The bottom lane is in a bit of trouble, but you know,
Yeah, they're going to need some help there because
Yeah.
this Caitlyn Nunu lane, we're really starting to see the power of it.
yeah, we're starting to see the Nunu Caitlyn lane start to get fed just slightly, because once she gets her first big damage item, that's when the Blood Boil starts to maximize itself. Missing
Right.
that Mystic Shot, and being unable to trade against Caitlyn is one of the worst positions you can find yourself in. And now Golden's making his way southwards. They don't have it warded, so SGS, both HY and Kyling will not know
They're
this.
going to go for the dive
This
here.
is going to be the
for
dive. It's
sure.
going to be the dive. Oh my goodness.
HY, is he going to be able to get out of this one? There is just no chance for escape here.
And then
Down he
Arcane
goes,
Shift,
he even
yeah.
uses the Ignite.
He
Tries to
accepted
take
his
down
fate,
Wallens
yeah.
with him. But Hallelujah has to watch out here.
I can't believe it. Hallelujah just kind of made all three of them back off.
I guess they must have been a little bit scared as well. Oh, the tower still will go down though.
Oh, that's
not good.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Chowie is doing very, very well, however. He's already at 114 CS, way above everyone else on the team. He's managed to pick himself up 1 assist as well. He's just gonna go in and try to harass Red Hot Ray.
He will be going for that Rod of Ages, and that's going to give him a bit more survivability against that Kha'Zix burst and even a Cho'Gath burst.
Yeah, that is gonna be very nice because at this point you don't want to be too squishy that Kha'Zix can just jump
That's right.
in on you and
While they
take
take
you
the
out.
Dragon now, I think it's going to be quite a free one. Both Nunu and Caitlyn are far, far away. No reprisal for this.
Just
Easy.
great timing, great timing. They knew that after the turret was pushed down at the bottom lane, that XXF and Wallens would head off back to the base. And it was just a perfect time for them to pick up that dragon for free.
Yeah, so with one tower advantage and one dragon advantage, it kind of makes that disadvantage that they earlier had in the bottom lane
Right.
a bit more mitigated.
And they have, of course, picked up those 2 turrets.
Yeah, the one turret advantage plus the dragon. I think KLH has also taken down the bottom turret. Yeah. So overall, this is a pretty optimistic side here for the guys of SGS. KLH, on the other hand, I think they should start forcing. Their mid game is actually very strong. They've
Right.
got Cho'Gath, but we haven't seen that much incredible ganks, I would say, from both Cho'Gath and Kha'Zix.
I think mid game wise, KLH has that advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
With
I
Cho'Gath and
wouldn't say
Kha'Zix
otherwise.
powering up really strong at level 11. But heading into the really late game, I think that if Darkness as Singe gets really fat and Chowie's fat as well, it's going to be so hard to reach Chowie at the back lines with Singe protecting him and Olaf. Singe and Olaf are such a great front line that have slows as well as some disable in the form of the toss to get people off of their carries.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Chowie already has that Rod of Ages. I think Singe as well, trying to pick his up as soon as possible. The farm-wise, it's very much skewed towards SGS, hitting 3k goal difference.
HY wants to freeze this lane because he knows that he's been getting bullied.
That's
out
great.
of
He's learning the
lanes.
mechanics of freezing.
Oh no, he had
Oh,
a
there's a
ward.
ward.
Wow, we're so scrubbed. I don't even know what to say.
All I can say is a great smite there by Hallelujah.
Yes, and 2 of us being Complete bimbos.
Yeah, we sound like the bimbos of LoL. Chowie here getting hit
Oh,
out.
here
Hallelujah
comes-
gonna take the block. Walan's coming in for that ultimate here. Chowie not going down without picking out Goldens at least. And he's gonna go into explosion mode.
The Tainted One's gonna be able to come in here.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's
and
gonna be
XXF.
XXF.
Just a very nice one there. That final pilt of a Peacemaker bringing the Barbarian to his grave.
It's gonna be a 2-for-1 and the mid lane turret here. In the meantime, SGS is not able to do too much off of this opportunity at the bottom lane. HY just gonna farm a bit. They're gonna lose this mid turret, bringing KLH a little bit closer in terms of gold. Just the lead now is just 2,000 gold.
And HY still farming up that lane. It's not fully watered except for the Wraith side, so it might be a bit dangerous. Oh wait, there is one more here at the Tri-Brush.
It's gonna expire soon, so
Yeah.
soon he'll be blind in that lane. He's gonna get out of there.
You will need to back off.
And it was quite strange that they decided to fight so close. They were really, really close to the base there of KLH, and that's why Chowie got caught off, as well as Hallelujah did.
Right, so might be a bit of a communication error, but more or less, at least Chowie got a kill from the entire fiasco that happened.
Right, he's got that Rod of Ages picked up. Very important to pick up Rod of Ages early.
That's right, and you know, the best part about getting the Tears of the Goddess now is that once you make it to Archangel Staff and get it to full, you kind of have an additional defensive item.
Right, is he gonna go for
Seraph-
Seraph's Embrace?
Embrace.
That's what I'm wondering here. Or the
Chances
mana
are, I
move.
mean, there's nothing really much that Tears of Gods will build into aside from that. Or Mana Mune.
Yeah, that's
you
those
want.
two items. So he could either go Mana Mune, or he could go for
Seraph's
Seraph's Embrace. I
Embrace.
think he might go for the Seraph's Embrace just
Yeah.
for that survivability.
I believe so
which
too.
could be quite key for him coming to the late game because of just looking at what they have available on KLH. They've got Aurelia as well as Kha'Zix. These two guys have tons of bursts, paired up with Cho'Gath as well. Just
Oh, a derp.
HY and those Mystic shots. Just can't seem to land them. It's tough life.
Tough life of the Explorer, man.
Oh, they're trying to go for Tainted Ones here. He manages to Blade Surge away. That was a close one. And the gank comes in at this bottom lane. There is a ward there from KLH that spots out Chowie as he comes in.
And Chowie's super farmed up. That's one thing I always love watching his games, is that his farm is always
Yeah,
impeccable.
he never fails to disappoint. I mean, never fails with his farm.
Yeah, he
He
never fails to disappoint.
I was like, oh.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he never fails with that farm. I mean, he's always doing
Did you,
just
last week, right, we were watching Chowie's game, and
Right.
we were saying how he was the burden of the team because he was the only death.
one death, yeah.
And I faced him, I had to play with him at night,
Oh, that night?
and he just totally whipped me.
It was your punishment.
It was my punishment,
Oh,
bad
Kyling's
karma.
taking a lot of pokes from those,
Bad
those
karma.
Piltover Peacemakers.
It's really hurting at the moment.
It is.
And Singe now though, getting really fat, picking up that chain vest, and this is going to be very telling of what kind of items he's going to buy. I have a feeling it's going to be either the, what's that, blah blah blah.
Which-
He picked up the chain vest, so
He might go for
the
Glacial Shroud.
either the
Oh, they're
Glacial
coming for a gank here. Hallelujah. All
Sunfires.
the way from across the map. He still has time to pick up that axe.
He
And
can still go for
missed it.
Sunfires plus a Warmogs, I think.
Right, he could go for a Sunfire Cable. I think Warmogs here is one of the really key items
The
if you want to be
go-to item,
tanking.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
League of
just
Warmogs.
so strong. And he's bullying at the top lane right now. Just look at Tainted One's flee
Flip.
at the side of Singed.
Get flipped, my friend.
There's just nothing you can do. Singed is so irritating. He just comes up right up to your face and
Flips you back.
flips you.
I just find it so difficult to deal with when someone just comes up to you, especially if you're Irelia. What are you gonna do? Fight back? You can't fight back.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you can't. You just get out traded. Well,
So
so
the
far
Dragon here has been left open. KLH seems to be wanting to go for that, but
They
of
want it, but
course
I think
SGS
SGS
realizes that. They're gonna
Oh,
be
they
there
know, they
in
know.
time. And Singed is relentless here. He's the new Nixwater in the top lane.
the new split pushing power, and there was a time long ago when Singe was actually really good at that.
He still is. I
He
mean,
still is, just without that bonus attack damage from his ultimate Insanity Potion. KLH here trying to force this dragon out. They know that Singe will not leave his top lane, and they have spotted them out.
But this
Now-
is going to be a tough fight because Chowie is not anywhere nearby. The ult comes in here. Nice true shot barrage. Tags 2 of them there. But I don't think that they're going to be able to go for this. Oh, it looks like Darkness is in trouble here. Going to toss Tainted One over his shoulder like a little baby.
And the trolling that Singe can do is immense.
Oh my goodness. XSF going to run into Kailing here. The
Oh,
ult comes
wow.
in. Just a little bit of a miscoordination there.
Yeah.
Hallelujah wanted to take the bullet because he's got that oracles there.
Yep.
There's a ward now, so Hallelujah can't come in.
So let's look at the items and talk a bit more about how it's going to progress from here. The
I'm
core items.
quite interested to see that. I find it quite interesting to see that Irelia has picked up a frozen mallet.
Yeah, the frozen mallet. That's what I want to talk about. That frozen mallet is such a strange item to open with.
Right.
It just goes to show that she might be actually going for initiation or tagging, if that's a sense.
Just wants to be able to prevent Singe from getting away all the time.
Yeah,
but
and in the team fights, it will really be Kog'Maw, I would feel, that
Right.
she'll be running up to and just.
but I don't know
saying
if
hi.
that's the best item because now she's going to be quite lacking in terms of damage.
Yeah, and the top lane, she is going to get bullied. We saw her get bullied by Singe. He probably just did a lot of crazy moves up top and therefore dropped to a very low amount of health. Top lane now looks like it's going to be a 3v1 onto Singe. Both Kha'Zix, Cho'Gath, and Irelia are nearby. The silence comes down on Darkness. A bit of a weird jump there by Golden.
Is the Phage is the Frozen Mallet gonna pay off now? Darkness triggering that ult of his. He's wasting a lot of people's time here. And Hallelujah is gonna come in, throw the undertow to just allow him to break away
Back
to
off.
safety there.
Yep.
In the meantime, HY is working on that bottom lane turret.
And his
So
farm
this
is
is what
crazy.
they need to do. This is what Singe needs to do. He needs
Yeah.
to put that split push pressure and allow his team to make plays like this, grabbing the bottom turret.
Despite the fact that he's down 0-2,
Right.
he has more farm than Caitlyn at the moment. And that's a very heartening thing for the side of SGS. I'm sure they still feel like they're in the game because of these kind of small nuances.
So having a look at the other items here, Chain Vest picked up Blasting Wand and Amplifying Tome. It's kind of hard to figure out what exactly.
It's in between Rylai's Scepter.
Could be going for a Rylai.
Yeah,
He may have just picked up the armor just as
preventive measure. Yeah,
just by itself, you know. I mean, Chain Vest just
economically
providing you
still
armor
good,
is
yeah.
good for you. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to build it into a complete item and it's still useful. So that could be all that he wanted. We see the Warmogs has been built up on Olaf's already. It's going to be just so great.
the League of Warmogs.
Oh, and here we go, jumping in. HY steps right onto that trap. Are they going to go in for this? Going straight in for Caitlyn.
All the way.
The oh.
Yeah.
And it's Bane Singe, yeah, you're right. Oh, Chowie gets jumped on. Is he going to be able to fight Golden's one-on-one here?
Which is so strange.
He's got that Seraph's Embrace. Will he bring him down with him? Oh, he's got the ult! Oh, the passive is not enough to chase down onto Golden. He did have that Seraph's Embrace there. We saw it being used.
Yeah, but it didn't last long enough to help him.
It kept him alive. If Cho'Gath didn't come there, he could have fought one-on-one against Kha'Zix.
They did burn Cho'Gath's feast as well, so essentially he burned 2 ultimates with that fight.
The feast has a pretty short cooldown, so
Yeah, it's like a minute. Yeah, it's like a,
just a minute, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hallelujah. Get out of there. Oh! The humanity.
The humanity. So Chowie's items are fantastic at the moment. I think he's going to pick up that Rylai's as well. Already having that Giant's belt.
262 AP right now. It's not that high. And it looks like he's going to be building a more tanky build.
Well,
yeah,
you
like
don't
said.
really need that much AP, I would say, if you're going for that kind of poke comp strategy at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's not going for a really bursty.
Yeah, you
comp
don't
here.
need burst. What you need is a good amount of utility in it all, and therefore the choice to have, the choice to have a Rylai Scepter after this is the best one, I would say.
HY is being really aggressive here, and he really likes that static shift. I've seen him building that all the time almost. I
That's
haven't
what's
seen
not
him
to love.
build a Phantom Dancer first.
What's
I
not
don't
to
know.
love about Static Shift, man? Static Shift is a great item.
And it's actually a good item for this lane because you know what? Caitlyn's just been forcing him to fight under that turret. Having the static shift will give him that extra bit of AoE that will help him out in clearing the wave. KLH coming in for this turret here. They want it. The red buff is on HY though, so he's going to be slowing them down and shoving them off pretty easily. Has to be careful not to get too aggressive because they have the ability to catch him there.
Very nicely done so far. Top lane, everything still looks very much status quo. Chowie still farming up as usual. Singe still being irritating on the top lane. Now, the next time we're going to see might be an objective fight. Dragon just spawned up. Now, SGS, I don't think they will have a solution, and this might be the second dragon that they lose this game.
Right, these dragons are allowing KLH to stay
And
in
it's
this game.
crazy. They have Cho'Gath plus Nunu, so the amount of true damage onto minions. Yeah.
On the both of them, XXF going straight in for Kailing.
Go bananas on that guy.
They need to have HY get back to lane, and I think he'll get there in time.
So
So
Singe now going to pressure
Both
that mid
of
lane.
the teams are just continuously farming up here. I think in the late game, SGS has a slight advantage because of their builds and the items that they have.
I would say that now SGS needs to at least continue their farm. Once they're comfortable with their items, they
Right.
can start pushing that lane together as a cohesive unit. Always, I mean, we have to remember that they are a poke composition, more or less. And
XXF is just being so aggressive,
yeah,
trying to zone out Kailing and prevent him from clearing that
It's-
ward, but he finally does go for it.
they're such a steady, really great poke comp that if they don't capitalize on it by shoving a lane or at least forcing the KLH to defend their lanes, they might not totally get their advantage once it hits the super late game. But the super late game, they still have Kha'Zix to deal with, and man, that's just crazy burst from Taste of Fear.
So SGS looks to be gathering up a little bit here at the mid lane. They're going to
It's,
start working on the turret, but they could get engaged on here. Darkness gonna barely dodge that stun from Cho'Gath, the knockup.
And HY is still farming in that bottom lane. SGS is letting him farm, giving as much push and clear. You know, they have tons of great clear from SGS. That's one important aspect
Yeah, the
of
Void Ooze on an AP
Yeah, Void Ooze into
Kog'Maw
living
is
artillery.
just really, really strong.
And he has that blue buff, so he's not going anywhere at all.
Tainted Ones might try to initiate here. He's got that Blade Surge.
So much damage, so much damage. Now HY has decided to come join in, and this can only mean that we are about to see them push their advantage. Now they are at about a 3-4k goal difference, and it's going to be very telling what their plan is next.
Chowie's blue buff just ran out though. So what are they gonna go here for here? They're gonna toss Cho'Gath back into the fight.
Oh, that crescendo totally misses a goal.
Chowie is in the back lines, putting out all of that damage. They're switching targets onto Irelia right now. She's been exhausted. Chowie now going for Cho. They managed to pick up Goldens there in that huge fight.
It was a pretty good trade, I would say, overall for SGS. They did it very nicely. No casualties, and it was all thanks to the brave man Singed going in for that toss.
He's so tanky right now.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what it's going to be like if he picks up a Warmog. You can see right now he's sitting at 3,600 health. 16 health per 5 regen right now. And it can only get higher.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. The momentum's not going to stop. And item-wise, the damage coming from KL Hunters doesn't seem to be enough to kind of deal with Singe just now. He
And
was in their face. And
I
he
like
couldn't
how
do anything.
HY is always constantly farming. He's been good at spotting those opportunities to farm. He's been staying above Caitlyn despite the fact that at one point she was doing better than him.
Yes, yes.
He still managed to stay in there. And he's
Yeah.
picked up that Infinity Edge already. That is a very, very big pickup for him compared to Caitlyn.
So, wow, Singe sitting at a 10,000 goal as well. So he has that Rylai's. He's picking up that Warden's Mail. We're going to see the Randuin's Omen come out.
He's got so much armor. He's got a chain vest as well as the Warden's Mail.
But
That's 90 armor.
That's actually the most important thing for him right now. He doesn't need to get magic resist simply because no AP from the side of, or at least no significant AP from the side of the KL Hunters.
Right, you're completely right. Just realize that Kha'Zix is not going to be dealing any ability power damage there. So him building up all that
The
physical
armor
damage.
show. It's going to be the armor show. And Cho'Gath's damage is magic, but it's not like the best. It's just, you know, there for the CC, I would say.
Right. He doesn't even have any AP on him right now.
Yeah,
He's at
exactly.
0.
So, negligible. But the score is tied at 6-6, and I would say it's still not too late for KL Hunters to turn this one around. But as things stand, SGS is putting a ton of pressure on KLH to kind of make a move.
Not at all. It is not at all impossible for KLH to turn this around. They've got Irelia who just can be so beast in the late game. Kind of weird that she went for Wit's
so
End.
late, yeah.
That is
Wit's End not
something
the
that you
best.
see in the mid game, not as a finishing item. I would have more expected her to see her go for Zephyr.
I would have said Zephyr would have been a perfect pickup, especially for you know, a lot of CC reduction already. I mean, they have a lot of CC from the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and they only have the Sona to deal with. It would much pick up, you know, like you said, the Zephyr.
And as KLH is taking that red buff, HY has to be very careful here. Tainted One is going to try to jump in on him, does actually catch him here. And HY could go down. The Ignite is there. He gets away from the Rupture at the last second there. Darkness now in the middle of them all. Tainted One's jumping onto Chowie, but Chowie has so much health. He's going to pick up that first kill.
Oh
the second
my
kill,
goodness,
the triple
kill.
kill. Oh, and it is going to be Golden just barely escaping with his life there.
Wonderful play there by Chowie. He was
with a Warmog. Everybody needs Warmogs. That's
who
the
does
rule.
It's the League of Warmogs, man.
79, can you imagine 79 health regen on a
AP carry.
AP carry? Yeah.
Like I said, it's the League of Warmogs.
Right now
League
he
of
is
Warmogs.
so tanky.
I mean, I know Draven would argue otherwise, but right now it's really the League of Warmogs.
And all he has to do right now is really to pick up a magic penetration item.
Yeah,
such as
the Void Staff. The Void
and
Staff.
He is so good to go. But what is he going to go for? Could he be picking up a Death Cap?
It's gonna either be the Death Cap or the Void Staff. I think
Right.
both are
Sitting in base.
viable, but
He can't
I
decide.
would say picking up the Void Staff might be slightly better.
He's got 1,000. Oh no, he wants to go for
The Rylai's.
more health, dude.
More health, so looking
can
like the
never
Rylai's
have
Crystal
enough
Scepter.
health.
Definitely. So yeah, the earlier Rylai's that I was thinking about ended up being the Warmog's armor.
So over here,
Look at the amount of health. It looks like he has more bars than a Cho'Gath.
oh look at the damage from Kog'Maw. He only has 2 really big AP items here, and he's already at 308.
Simply fantastic. And here we go, HY and Kylie just taking that dragon for themselves. And it's 35 minutes on the clock. SGS doing phenomenal in those team fights. KLH tried to engage in the previous one, but they fell short and ended up paying a big price.
They have to somehow group up here and
tried.
catch.
I think
I
they
don't
tried.
think that they can win these team fights anymore, not when Singe is this fat.
Yeah, they tried earlier on to just aim out Chowie, and it didn't work. Then they shifted their attention to HY. That didn't work as well.
Oh, Darkness just flipping Golden's over his shoulder there. Gets knocked out.
And he's fine with that because he's singed.
Yeah, he doesn't
And
even have to pop his Insanity Potion here. He should, however, get that Warmogs. That would really help him out.
so he
The Baron gets picked up there. A very easy Baron pickup. And Darkness is deciding whether or not he wants to engage here. I think he's going to go for somebody. Decides it's better not to flip Irelia.
yeah, don't flip Irelia. But also, looks like it's a very nice Baron, 5-man in that top lane. All they need now is one clean engage here.
Oh my goodness, look at
That
that.
damage coming out from Kog'Maw, insane. And they get to clear minions like it's a bargain sale. They just doing easily. Free turret
All
here,
of them
Hallelujah going for that dive. Darkness here waiting to go for that flip. Flips taken once, Irelia taking tons of burst. HY getting pawned down at the back by Golden. Golden picks up that first kill. He's going to pick up that second kill. He's going to jump out of the wall. And a double kill here by Kha'Zix.
Well, that was a bit of a sloppy fight there, allowing HY to get
And
picked
Chowie
up.
as well. So now it's just Singe with that DPS.
They were a little bit too aggressive there.
Rather, they didn't really notice that Kha'Zix kind of pick off their squishies. You know, HY
And
was
that's
at the back.
exactly what they needed to do, really.
Very
Was
nicely
to
done
get
here.
that pickup onto the damage deals of the team. Darkness is going to try to flip XXF. Doesn't have the speed to do
Oh
it.
no,
Wallace-
Wallace! Oh my
Wallace
goodness.
gets picked up by the poison damage. Hallelujah is still going in there. Darkness
are.
and Hallelujah,
They are unafraid of
they're
this one.
nuts. They're going in. They really want that kill. And you know what? They're just buying time as the minions here
Oh my goodness.
continue to push in.
And don't chase the Singe. Lesson learned.
Do not chase the Singe.
Do not chase the Singe. That poison trail is just so deceptively painful. You don't even feel it coming, but it's there. And now I think this might be the final push here by the Singapore Sentinels. They're going to group up in mid. They've taken out both the top and the middle lanes. They've cleaned it dry. And all they need is to go all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to push up at the top lane where there's an exposed inhibitor right now. But we did see that KLH, when they do manage to reach the squishies,
They did well, yeah.
they can really get in there. An uninhibited Caitlyn is going to deal a lot more damage than Ezreal, especially with that Blood Boil. So
Yep.
if they manage to rely on their AD carry, they can still take this game back.
But now, previously, XXF had to burn his flash and his ghost in that fight. And that was one of the biggest, I think one of the key features of that fight. That allowed her to kind of run around, get into a safe position. But this fight, if they do choose to engage again, she will not have that type of mobility with ghost and flash.
They managed to get away from a Baroned up team there. I mean, they managed to defeat a Baroned up team.
Yes, they
That
did.
was
They
a
did.
big point there. Oh, Tainted Ones with those home guard boots.
This
They
might
make
be, this
defending
is the
the
team
base.
fight. This is going to be the team fight. It's just a poke fest for now. XXF going down at half health thanks to Living Artilleries. Good job, Kog'Maw.
Yeah, Chowie is just dealing so much damage. I think they're going to want to play this one a lot safer than they did before. They're going to maintain a much tighter team,
Yeah, look at the
team
HY and
formation here.
HY and Sona here sticking like glue.
Darkness is going to get caught out a little bit, but he is singed, so that's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, KLH's XXF. If he goes down, this is going to be very, very big trouble. The
Oh.
ult barely misses. True shot barrage there. Doesn't manage to pick up the kill.
I think this is it. They're not going to have that kind of DPS to fight back under the double turrets. Hallelujah, we have the Warmogs looking at turrets going, baby, don't tickle me. It's
Oh,
really just-
HY
oh
is
my
the
goodness.
target for Golden all the way here. The flip almost like tossing him into danger.
And I think it's definitely going to be a GG from this point onwards. Tainted One's left by himself.
No,
tank,
you're
no
not getting
DPS,
back into the fountain.
and that
Triple kill for Hallelujah.
And
And
that's,
that's going to be the Nexus. The Singapore Sentinels once again coming out ahead.
Right. So really, I think the playmaker in this one was Chowie's Living Artilleries getting that way before anything else has happened. And Darkness on that singed. just manning up to the plate, getting the fights when they want it and how they want it to happen.
So up on screen, your winners of the night, the Singapore Sentinels here. And I think we do have a GPL question of the night. I need to get more information on that. So we'll be going on a short. I think we'll go on a short break before we come back with the GPL question of the night.
Are you guys ready for some League of Legends action? so much damage. Nubu Froster in the finals.